Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Real Life Perspective Show. Tonight we are talking about our favorite baseball movies. This should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Tonight we are joined with special guests Keith from Vintage Sports Flips, and we also have Andy from King of Pennants and from the Pastime Podcast. And you guys ready to grab your own? Make sure you got your own picks for your favorite baseball movies. And remember to take me out to the ball game. All the places we have been, barbecue to watching Nickelodeon. So come along for a real life adventure. Celebrate the 80s, 90s pop culture. It's Friday night. It's time to go live with the real life. Friends by our side, have a drink or two. Talk about country. Here's a toast to you. The real life crew. The real life crew. Here's a toast to you. Welcome, Keith and Andy. How you guys doing, man?
Good, man. How's it going? Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Right on, man. Good to have you. Thank you guys so much for taking some time out of your Friday night to come party with us. Let's yeah, you bet, man. Let's dive right into this really quick. The box office hits, guys, for the weekend of April 26th through the 28th. Coming in at number 5, we've got Abigail. Number 4, Civil War. Number 3, Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire. Not to be confused with the old Empire, people, or the Empire Strikes Back. Okay, completely different movies. Number 2, Unsung Hero. Number 1, Challengers. Yeah, man. Any interest in seeing any of those guys? You heard about them? Know anything about them?
I don't know. I mean, I think I saw the Godzilla King Kong sort of. I've seen stuff on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't say.
I assume Civil War. Is that like a Marvel movie?
You would think so. It's actually. I mean, I heard horrible. It's a boar. It's Civil Boar is what I heard about it.
Oh, okay.
So it's actually a story of like, kind of like almost post-apocalyptic, where the United States has been divided into like 2 sections, like a civil war of the people who are all about the government and then there's like basically Star Wars, just in our generation, right? So there you go. It's got Kirsten Dunst in it, and then her husband's in it, and then the guy who played Pablo Escobar in Narcos. He's another one. He's another actor in that one there. So, but yeah, there's those movies for the top 5 of the past weekend. And then over on Twitch, we got coming in at the most watched games for the last week. Counter-Strike coming in number 5, Valorant number 4, League of Legends number 3, number 2, we've got Grand Theft Auto 5, and number 1, Just Chatting. And of course, everybody knows the reason why I promote Twitch is because I do have a Twitch channel where we like to go over there and stream a bunch of old school, movies and Nickelodeon stuff and all kinds of cartoons and fun stuff. So join us over there. Make sure you guys are following me over there. It's just twitch.tv/real life perspective. But you can find all that in my link trees. Anyways. But yeah, how about that? I got a question for you guys. I have not had a drink all night. Is anybody else ready for a drink? Anybody?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, let's pull up the Boglum Bear Cam really quick. Tonight, what we are drinking is let me just read it because I don't want to try to memorize it. It's Austin Beer Works Pearl Snap, a German-style Pilsner. and I'll be sipping it out of this OG Showbiz Pizza. Mitzi, I'm doing Mitzi mozzarella tonight. I normally do Billy Bob. He's the OG mascot for that.
Might need
and Andy.
Yes.
Speaking of mascots, while I pour this beer, I really enjoyed y'all's show this past Wednesday about the mascots or the what'd you call them? Not mascots, but
product mascot. Yeah, we call them mascots.
Yeah, there you go. That was really fun. I want you to know that I am a personal friend of Chester Cheetah. I don't know if you're aware of that, but I am totally a friend. And I can prove that by watching this right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, cheetahs and humans, it's time to celebrate a momentous occasion. Real Life Perspective Show deserves a sprinkling of Cheetos cheer, don't you think?
A shout out to the Real Life Perspective Show.
Real Life Perspective Show. Real as in film reel.
The Real Life Perspective Show.
Everyone watch Sean's The Real Life Perspective Show on YouTube.
Real Life Perspective Show.
The Real Life Perspective Show. I know I'll be listening in. It's all about great 80s things and stuff in the 80s and 80s movies, and that's my ballpark. So I'll be there, Sean. Good luck. I'll be listening. Much success. Bye.
The Real Life Perspective Show. REEL. This is a show that celebrates the 80s and 90s, the best generations in movie making.
That's right, kiddies, because this is a special shout out to my good fiend Sean and your show, The Real Life Perspective Show.
Leader of Cola. Do we make Leader of Cola? Sean, good luck.
So congrats on your epic achievement. What you've done is amazing. Honestly, you really crunched this one. Keep leaving a trail of Cheetos goodness wherever you go. Take it easy and keep it cheesy. Real life.
Well, I hang my hat on a New York City rooftop party, letting go of the skinny. We're gonna dance all night so the streets looking pretty. Right for the night, never stop thinking clearly. So I let go, yeah, I let go, and I'm done losing sleep over these Hollywood.
So there you go. There's my proof.
Yeah, that is an endorsement right there.
Yeah, I like this. Man, pack with celebs over there.
Yeah. You get all the endorsement without any of the Chester Cheetah color on you too, like the orange dust.
No, I took a shower after. So trust me, I got plenty. He and I partied a little bit. So yeah, man. So yeah, I really enjoyed y'all's show, man. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks.
Did you guys hear that?
Must be it. Yeah.
I think I heard something.
What'd you hear? Is that a door?
Is that your place, Keith, or is that?
I don't think so. I'm downstairs. My dogs would be barking.
Huh. I guess we got somebody at my door. Hang on. I don't know what's going on. Let me go get the door real quick.
Prepare for trouble.
Make it double.
Hey guys, it's me, Kat.
Snow and Miss Cat on YouTube.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey!
Oh,
look at our surprise guest, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Snow and Ms. Cat.
Now that.
Yeah,
I think you got Digi on the glasses there.
Yeah, those are some futuristic 3D glasses.
Those things are huge, man. Yeah. Those are huge. How are you, Snow, Miss Cat?
We're good.
Good.
Good. Welcome to the show again. This is your second appearance on the show. So, guys, I reached out to Snow on his birthday, and I said, "Hey, do you guys want a surprise guest on the show Friday night?" Because the reason why Keith and I even met is because it's through his channel, and it's through y'all's channel, you know, and it's a big community. And so I just thought, hey, let's just bring us all together, one big happy family, man. So thank you guys for coming on, man. So there you go. Welcome, everybody. I wanted to talk about what I want to talk about. Let's see. I got it somewhere here. Is it pulled up already? Let's find out. Oh yeah, King of Pennants. Andy, let's talk about your eBay stuff, dude. You got your tell us everybody about what you got going on over there, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, thanks to this guy above me right now. He drugged me in on this giant batch of pennants that we bought. So that's the majority of the stuff that's up there right now is pennants. I did start to go out a little bit on some football cards and baseball cards and things like that, but the vast majority of the stuff that I have listed are going to be pennants. So most like travel pennants, some sports pennants, as you see, like this Detroit Love. That's actually it's a tennis team from the 70s.
World Team Tennis.
Yeah, got the very rare Minnesota Fighting Pike. If you ever find anybody, got some interesting stuff. So yeah, I mean, thanks to this guy, he made me do all this stuff, and now I have a bustling eBay store.
Nice, man. And they can find that where is this at here? Just
it's King of Pennants. But if you search a pennant, it's probably likely that either Keith or I have that pennant up. So
yeah.
And if you have any, if there's anybody that is looking for a specific one, we also do that. We have a lot that we haven't put up yet. So there's probably
we probably have 29,000 that aren't listed, right? And we have,
oh my god,
a lot of them. Yeah,
you guys are crazy, man.
Never ending story for as a.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah. I also want to ask you, who is this Mabel? Hey, Mabel, Black Label.
So yeah, that's my dog. One of the dogs. The other one, as you can see in that fourth pick there, I guess, is the little black kind of. He's a monster. He's an absolute psycho. So, but Mabel is a nice golden retriever. She's a therapy dog, so she does some of the pictures you can see in there are from her. Like that one to the right, she was at a kind of meet and greet or with some, I guess, disadvantaged youth from DC that came in and got to play with her and hang out with her. So we do stuff like that on the weekend. In fact, tomorrow we're doing something. We're going to what is it? I think it's a library, or we're going to have. I think kids are going to read to her. So
she's so cute.
Will that be your first time in the library, Andy, or is that?
What's that? Yeah.
Will that be your first time in the library?
Yeah, it's going to be. I'm going to be confused. I'm not really sure. All these books, and I haven't read a single one. So
I'm just that's nice though. That's great.
Yeah, but well, thanks. Yeah, that's Mabel.
She's adorable, man. She is adorable.
Thank you.
Love her already. Let's see. What else do I got here? Keith, tell us about your channel you got going on, bud.
Yeah, so I started my channel probably about coming up on 2 years, I think in May, or that we're in May now actually already. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, I loved watching picker YouTubes and people going to yard sales, flea markets. So a couple of years ago, I decided to buy a GoPro, strap it on, and I was out there picking anyway, so might as well film it. And it's been a fun journey. Meet some great people, like all the people in the chat here, and the great YouTube community of either content creators and resellers. So it's been a fun journey for sure.
Mm-hmm. No doubt, man. I enjoy your content. I love your finds, man. Your hunts, as they say.
Yeah.
There's you also got an eBay store as well, sir. Antique Sports Shop.
That's correct. Yeah.
Make sure you guys check him out. Yeah, that's great, man. Over on your Instagram, you guys, here's your link tree. You got all kinds of stuff. You're over on Etsy. You got Whatnot. I got a bone to pick with you about Whatnot here in a minute, buddy. But so there you go, man. How about that? Well, Team Resale, Mr. Snow and Ms. Cat. Let's hear about, for those of with the new rebrand, tell everybody about your newly rebranded amazing channel with your amazing new theme music and everything.
Yeah, our new theme song is epic. You know, we know that who can make pretty good music, so he hooked us up. But we find the best finds on YouTube. We'll just say it, right? That's what we do. That's what you'd expect to find from our channel. Same old great finds, just a new package.
What's your what you're saying though? The most electrifying man in entertainment?
Most electrifying man in thrift entertainment.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, you guys go check these guys out. They got a Team Resale at Team Resale 101 over there on YouTube, and they also got TikTok and anything else. Where kind of shops or anything? What's you said you're Ambassador 2 over on what's it called?
Poshmark.
Poshmark. There you go, guys. Love it. Loving it. Loving it. Loving it. So let's see. Let's jump into this chat, guys. I haven't even said hi to anybody. Who was the first to the key? We've got John Murphy Jr. Hey, welcome. Welcome to the show. John Murphy. Was that RoboCop? Was his name John? Alex Murphy. Thank you. Thank you, Snow. I knew it started with an S, though. Hey, Ryan Smiga. That's my buddy. I don't know if you guys know this. He is my very first fan. He's the very first person. He drew me that Zebo the Clown from Are You Afraid of the Dark? Yeah, so he showed up at a sidewalk sale that I was just kind of hanging out with and premiering with, and made that for me, drew that for me. So what a nice guy. Shout out to Ryan Smiga. He's got a great he's got a ton of Nickelodeon gear and all kinds of cool stuff. Make sure you guys go check out Smigalodian over on Instagram. Yeah, just a great dude. If you go check that guy out. John Murphy. Who else is over here? We got who have we said hi to? We got JD's Barbecue and Bourbon. Hello, sir. Fine person of the barbecue community. If you want to learn about barbecue, make sure you go check him out. JD, type real in the chat, and this goes for anybody who has a YouTube channel. Type the word REEL, real, in the chat, and your YouTube link will pop up for everybody to know about. There you go. How about that? Catch me outside. Yeah. Ryan is also a guest frequently on the Splat Attack podcast. That is absolutely correct, which is also a great group of folks that, you know, I've had them on the show a couple of times. They're the ones who kind of re-sparked my Kindle, my childhood fascination for all this Nickelodeon gear. So you guys are getting the first look at a whole new setup over here. I wanted to ask, okay, first, Snow inspired me. He on his birthday live the other day, I was giving him props on his shoe rack behind him. I was like, dude, that's a dope shoe rack. I gotta get me something like that. So this is what I came up with, man. Let's see what you think about this. Hold on, let me full screen it. So this is the Boglin beer cam, obviously, but what we're gonna do is utilize it to show. How about that?
That's awesome.
And these are the NES Blazers from Bull Airs. First of many I'll be showcasing on. I was thinking about renaming. So when I was setting this thing up, I had them. Let me get this off the screen here. I first set them up down here because I was going to call this the sneaker sip cam, and it just didn't have the same ring as Bog Beer Cam. So I tried to just elevate it a little bit more and keep it rocking over there, man. But yeah, I got all kinds of fun new stuff over here on my Nickelodeon side of things. But anyways, I wanted to give you a shout out to Snow for inspiring me for that. So thank you for that. Oh, you know what else? I wanted to tell you. All right, guys, let's do some icebreakers with my 1994 Nickelodeon blimp game I've got here. Let's take this guy off here. This is just some fun little... All right. Guys, name something that you see that starts with the letter O. What you got? Chat, join in on this too.
Man.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
It starts with an
I don't think I have anything with an O.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
And you can think outside the box in this one. Because the first thing I see is opportunity right here, all right here.
All right.
Well, I see, I guess, the shape of an O in my ring light, so maybe that's what I'll go with.
I got Andy's orange shirt on the screen.
There you go. Oh, I didn't even think about it. I should have. Yeah, probably should have done that one. So,
well, let me take answer this question on the Nickelodeon microphone, and I see an orange ball.
Nice, dude.
There you go.
Love it. Here we could be Mike Bros. Look, there you go, Mike Bro. Hello. Yeah, I'm such a nerd. What was wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Very good, Miss Cat. You see anything?
An orange turtle thing.
There you go. Chat, what you guys see? We've got KOP in the house. Ergo Strength. Welcome to the Real Life Perspective Show. Does anybody know Ergo?
I do. Yeah, he's a good buddy of mine. I went to college with, so I've known him for a very long time. Big supporter. KOP on multiple levels. So KOP is King of Pennants, but Keith and I are also from King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. So KOP there too.
Yeah.
Oh,
so he's been a king for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say. Hey, I didn't do it. I didn't do it myself. So.
That's awesome, man. Welcome to the show. Oh, we got somebody else too. Harry Homestone.
What's up, Harry?
Welcome. We've got orange cartoon cat on the side of the Philly guy.
Oh yeah. Is that Garfield or is that
it's Heathcliff, right?
That's
Heathcliff.
Yeah, good
okay.
pull. Good job, man.
Yeah.
Good job. Let's see what we got. Name a cartoon that starts with G. That's an easy
Garfield. There you go.
one. There you go.
You said one.
Is there a Ghostbusters cartoon? I think.
Yep.
At some point.
Sure
was.
You got me. He took all mine.
I think we definitely picked the low-hanging fruit on that one.
Think action figures.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. There you go.
You're on your own.
The cartoon that starts
with G. Yeah. I think we got.
I know.
I'll help you out. Here you go. How about that? Oh, you said yeah, Joe?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I'm going with gargoyles.
That's a
gargoyles.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, it's harder than we think. You guys played this game with us last time we were on snow, but yeah, you nail it every time, man. Let's do one more because then I got to talk to you guys. I got a bone to pick with my boy Keith up there about whatnot.
Uh-oh.
All right, name something you see that starts with the letter T. Huh.
I got a little Eagles trash can over here, a little vintage.
That's
60s.
good.
There you go. Something I see with the letter T.
This is tough.
Oh, I got it right here. I got a vintage Toys R Us catalog. How about that?
94. Nice.
94. Yeah.
I got something.
I got some retros. Uh-oh. What you got?
Got that telephone right here. This clear telephone.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome, man.
I had one of those growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that's the old plastic ones that you can see the inside that are all
yeah. They made TVs, I think, too, right?
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My dad he gave me the flip phone, the football phone from I don't know, there was like a few different types of football phones, right, from back, but I think mine was the official. I don't know if it was the official Sports Illustrated, but it was a type of Sports Illustrated style because it just unfolded.
Awesome.
That's the one I had.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What are you gonna say, Snow?
It's funny that the place where you can get clear TVs like that is in prison. I know personally, you have to have a clear TV, so the guards, you can't hide nothing in your TV. So yeah.
Makes sense. Didn't think about that.
But that would be a great pop culture item. That would look cool. That would be some cool decorum, though. Good. I like it. We've got tripod on my desk. Easy enough. Very good. There you go. Harry's LOL. Celtics t-shirt. There you go. Nice. There you go.
Me.
Ergo coming in with tennis racket behind Keith's
forgot
head.
that was up there. Yeah.
There you go. That's true.
Miss Cat, you got anything for us?
Turtles.
Wow, it's a lot. Yeah, it's true. Multiple turtles there.
Assume it'd be turtles back there. Yeah.
That's it.
I guess
very good.
I'll go next to me. Is that a tape there? A little cassette tape? There was. Used to be.
Oh, cassette tape. Yeah, I got something like that around here. I got my. Oh yeah, you'll like this, Snow. I got this. Let me just do this. So this is my coming out of your shells cassette. The tour, the Ninja Turtles tour. You guys remember that? I know you guys do. There you go. I'm just gonna keep that right there because I love that thing. I love it. Okay, Keith. So you're on what was that, Snow? I missed it.
You know what that is.
Oh yes. Yeah, that jacket is so beat up. I remember because I remember editing our live stream to make those little shorts out of it. And so I had to I hear things over and over and over. So some things just stick with me. And that was the line that you had. That sleeve is so beat up because we watched it so much, man. Yeah. Good times. But Keith, so I discovered Whatnot because of you.
It's dangerous, right?
It's horrible. It's a sickness.
I brought Andy in on it too.
So there's pros and cons to what I'm about to tell you. So I just started browsing, just watching lives at first, it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then finally somebody hit something that I resonated with. And I said, oh my gosh, I didn't think anybody had any of that stuff anymore. And next thing you know, I made an account, put my credit card information in, and just started swiping. Swiper, no swiping. And I was going nuts for over this past week, dude. So I have got a ton of stuff coming in, including my very first package that just came in today. I have bought so much crap. I don't know what is in this box. So for the fun, let's do this for fun, guys. I am just going to live unbox this right here in front of us.
Don't you have what's in the box videos too?
Yeah,
I got live what's in the box.
What's in the Whatnot box now? Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
but I'll tell you what else. So I'm gonna start adding these to the live streams because I've got so many boxes coming. Yeah. And not only that, you inspired me with your giveaways that you guys do. I was able to snag because you know how you can get some stuff for just nothing on Whatnot for people that don't know what they got. So I scored a whole bunch of vintage pop culture cards, like a bunch of Garbage Pail Kids cards and stuff like that. And I know you guys do like ripping. You guys do your sports rips and things like that. Mm-hmm. So one of the things I want to start doing is doing a giveaway where somebody wins the pack and then we rip them on the live and we go through them like you do. But then, of course, I'll ship them off to somebody at that. So inspiration all around. Snow, who gave me the inspiration for a shoe rack. And then you guys for, well, not only Whatnot, but, but thank you guys that's what I love about this community we got here. So
I'll send you a couple of wax packs. I have a huge box that I bought. I'll send you a few random ones too that you can open up and give away.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah, I think I bought probably 40.
You bought enough. Oh, so you're stocked up for a little while.
For a little while, but it's cool. I got a bunch of. I found some guys that do some random stuff like Bill and Ted's cards and like Fox Kids Network and some cool stuff, man. Some Power Rangers. And speaking of, let's see what's on here.
It's dangerous on a Saturday night when you have a few beverages in you, and
no kidding.
And
dude.
then
all right, what do we?
Go ahead. Swipe show.
Because you get FOMO. You're like, I don't want to miss. But luckily, when I'm goofing off at work, I hope my boss isn't listening. So I'll have the tab open for eBay, and so I can be like cross-checking the prices, making sure.
Yeah.
All right. The first thing in this box, a couple of Pokemon cards. We got a couple of Mewtwo's. The dude threw in.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I remember what this is. Yeah, because I thought I got this for my kids. So this is a Baymax figure. You guys remember what's that movie called?
I can't remember. I know the movie. I can't.
Is it?
My Hero something 6.
Hero 6?
Hero number 6 or something? Yeah. I know.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of
what is it
Might be Hero
called?
6. It might be Hero and a number.
It's something 6, yeah. But yeah. What is it?
His cat said Hero 6.
Is that what it is? It says Hero 6, right? Yeah.
So, maybe I think it's called Big Hero 6. Is what?
There you go. There you go. Big Hero 6. That sounds right.
I don't think I ever saw it, but
so my kids, we watched it a couple of times, but then my kids goofing off on YouTube, they found this guy who like remixes cartoons into like saying the silliest stuff. So like there's a scene where he goes to the police station after some big explosion, and the cop is like taking his report down, and he's like he says, okay, so a man in a kabuki mask was attacking you, and like, but the guy remixed it to say something so silly, like a man in a cookie mask was attacking you with pee. Like it's the stupidest stuff, man. Of course, my kids eat it up. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, they're gonna love this. So that's my first buy on Whatnot, the first package that has come in. So
nice.
There you go, guys. How about that? So what do
you
you
guys
think?
you sell it on Whatnot too, right? But I don't think you sell any more over there.
I've never sold on Whatnot.
I meant Snow. I know
Snow.
You see Snow on there.
We used to, but we gave.
Yeah, it's a grind. You don't
earn to do a vintage plush auction and a Harley T-shirt auction. So we're considering making a return to Whatnot soon. You might have to stop in there and spend some money, Sean.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'll pop
you know I will on your stuff, dude. Just keep breaking out. You got some good stuff. You got like that Terminator 2 stuff and all kind. I mean, it's so crazy. I went nuts on I don't know if you guys remember Supernaturals. Do you remember the Supernatural toys?
I do. Yeah.
Those little hologram little dudes.
It even said you weren't supposed to put water on them. I remember that.
Oh, is that what they said? I don't remember all that. I just remember I had this one little figure, and the only one I could find is like over in Britain for like $400. And I was like, I ain't going for no thanks. I can live without that. Oh, wow. But I did score one today for obviously a crazy amount because it's a carded, but it's also an error. Because apparently errors are worth a little bit more. But I don't know if I'm going to open it, but when it comes in, no, don't open that one. Don't open the error. Okay, cool. Thanks for the tip.
You got a nod and shaking their head down there. So disagreement.
I open everything.
Yeah.
Well, I did buy another one. I did buy a second one that was loose. Yeah. So there you go. One to play with, one in the box, right? That's what I did with my H2O Power Blimp back here from my Nickelodeon. I did one for the show I don't know if you guys saw that video that I did where I'll send it to you. But yeah, how about that? And how about this? All right, let's run some baseball trivia, guys. Let's do. So that's another thing you guys inspired me for was these little bitty intros to your segments that you do, man. So. Yeah. I'm a copycat all day, dude. I
think we need to up our production value a little bit. I think when I watch that beginning, we need to add some stuff, Keith. I think.
Yeah, his intro song is the best song on YouTube, man. On this channel for sure.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate that because there's a guy who comes on my show. He's from Bull Airs, Gary from Bull Airs. He gives me a hard time because he's a death metal guy, and he's like, "Yeah, Tom's a big pop punk guy. I can't stand pop punk." And he was hacking on me. Billy. Where's that from? Anybody know that quote? He was hacking on. What'd you kill him for, Billy? He was hacking on me.
Don't know.
I got it.
It's a Western. Yeah, say it again.
Young Guns.
Yes. That's my boy. Blue. Hey, first trivia question of the night. Who played Roy Hobbs in The Natural? If you know the answer, toss it in the comments and toss it in the chat. and you guys can reveal the answer in probably 10 seconds. Well, let's
give him a little time.
Yeah, we'll give him a little time. So, but yeah, I'm excited to talk about our topic tonight, guys. Once we get to it here in a second.
Yeah.
So we got that going on.
I'm going to guess Ozzie Smith for every question.
Jamie Foxx guest there from Trumpet Master.
Jamie Foxx. Hey, that's everybody knows Trumpet Master. He's my brother from another mother. Welcome to the show, bud. JD, baseball, my worst sport. Hey, what sports did you guys play? What was your best at it, guys? Keith, you go first.
I played baseball and soccer. I think I was best at soccer, but that was the two that I played.
Yeah, I mean, and for me growing up, I played football. In high school, I played, what did I do? I guess I did soccer, wrestling for a little bit, and then tennis for 4 years. So, you know how they counteract each other, tennis and wrestling.
Let's know what you got.
Played basketball and football. I played baseball too for a few seasons, but it was just too boring. Keith, I can't believe you didn't play one contact sport. I'm surprised.
I was a tough soccer player, Snow. There's a lot of contact out there.
Throwing them bows.
Player, you might as well be playing golf.
Oh,
slide tackling left and right.
I have a story. I don't know. I don't want to take this off the rails too much, but this is a famous story that I grew up with that I give Keith a hard time with every time. So Keith and I played. I'll admit he was a way better soccer player than me. I was probably better in every other sport, but but he was good. I was horrible. I was just kind of doing it to keep in shape. But we had this thing where at the end of practice, you were kicking to see who would kick a penalty kick. If the person that got the penalty kick got injured. So we go down to it. I think we're the last two people. Keith, I think, wins it over me. And then, okay, so we're in the next, this is for the next soccer game. He gets injured going for a goal, like inside the box, gets a penalty kick. So, and he's like hurt or something.
Well, but Eddie, you got to tell him I was going for a hat trick. I had 2 goals already.
Sure.
You can't leave that out.
Mind you, this would be the first goal I'd ever scored ever. And Eddie, I was horrible at soccer. So Keith goes up there, misses it. And he's like, he could have, being the good friend, should have said, no, go ahead, take it. We're already winning, so don't worry about it. He goes up, misses the kick, and I'm sitting there on my hands and don't have anything to say. So that's what kind of friend Keith is growing up.
Come on. I was hurt, but I'm not going to shirk the responsibility of scoring that goal, even though
that's true. That's true. I am a bowler too, so that's not a sport though. I'm not sure that is.
Shake and bake. That's you guys, man.
He was
Talladega Nights. That's you guys, man. Where he's like, hey, if you guys ever seen that movie, Will Ferrell, where he's like, hey, you think maybe one of these nights I can win one? He goes, but then how would I win? That's cute.
Yeah. It never flip-flop back though. It's like Keith was always shaking. I never got to shake. So I mean, later in Talladega Nights, doesn't he? He kind of takes over the team, but
maybe your times you have to come, Eddie. Maybe it's
yeah.
Maybe we got to get back on
my over 50 soccer team whenever that starts up again.
But Andy, you got the bake later on, man, because I was strolling through your Instagram and I saw you're like my 2018 kangaroo, and I'm like, oh shoot, rip, bro. I was like, oh, way to go, man.
I think I post probably 5 pictures ever, and that was my workout stage. I probably let myself down there too.
Miss Kat, did you ever play any sports?
Track.
Oh, nice. I did a little bit of track. I was a shot put thrower.
Oh.
That's what I did, and I was terrible at it. I played football in middle school. I played t-ball. I was the pitcher in t-ball. So that tells you how great of an athlete I am.
The baller center upper, I guess. Isn't that more what it is?
I was the pitcher, right? So, and this tells you how much, how old was I? How old was T-ball? 5 or 6 years old, right?
About right.
Well, for Keith, it was up to 15, I think, right? Wasn't it?
Well, see, guys. So my number was 99. Wild Thing.
All
And
yeah.
so that tells you how long I've been watching movies that were not appropriate for my age.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That was my football number.
99?
Yep, same reason.
Awesome.
Nice. Wild Thing. Hey, a funny thing about Wild Thing, that was the first Wild Thing song I ever heard, the Joan Jett version. And I never even knew there was a song prior to that. So my first Wild Thing experience was Joan Jett. That didn't come out right. That didn't come out right at all. Right on. To give the answer, Mr. Andy.
That'd be the one and only Robert Redford.
There you go. How about that, folks? We had no guesses. So, who played Ty Cobb in the 1994 film Cobb? Oh, shoot. I hope you guys know. I don't know it.
I think I know it, but I
don't think anybody's going to get it. Go ahead and give it to him.
I think it's Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, yes. I think you're right. Yeah, I found all this stuff on Google. I'm just like, oh, this is baseball stuff. I don't know. Who we got to get? What is this? Oh, John Murphy coming in with the snipe.
There we go.
Oh, Tommy Lee Jones. Congratulations. Let's do it. Let's do another one. Here you go. Which team fields the Rookie of the Year in the 1993 film by the same name?
What field is it?
Which team fields the Rookie of the Year in the year? So basically, what's the team? Who is it? Who is
Cubs.
it? So. It's the Cubs. You got the Cubs. There you go. I don't. Yeah, good job. Which Kevin Costner baseball movie details life in the minor leagues?
I almost said Field of Dreams. He almost had me, but I can't.
Costner basically was
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, he's kind of dominating the sport, the baseball flicks back then.
And I'm going to get into this once we get to our slide deck, our final topic of the night, man. Because I got some things to talk about Kevin Costner, dude. When it comes to his roles, I'll say. But Andy, oh wait, Keith, give him this one.
That'd be Bull Durham.
Yep. Yeah, that's correct. Very good. Where does owner Rachel Phelps want to move the Indians to in Major League?
Oh, it's been a while since I've seen that.
I don't remember. I had to look at the answer when I wrote this. So luckily, I still have this one up here a little bit in my Rolodex.
I did find out today in my research a little bit, so I did get that one. There we go. John got it in the chat. She wanted to move to Miami.
Yeah, he knows this stuff. He was the first to the key. He's the first to the key, man. So let's get another beer. I'm just gonna drink this straight. I always do one from the mug, and then just the rest from whatever. Miami, good job. John is on it.
So I had to put on a little Mojo Dojo custom for the occasion here too.
Hold on, let me see that. Let's check you out.
It's a little Beavis and Butthead, like American Gothic, like custom mock-up. Mojo Dojo, great. Mojo Society is another YouTube channel. Great YouTube channel that Snow's friends with.
Nice
clothing. Yeah,
that looks good. Yeah, I think I saw. Yeah. He went on some hunts with you guys, right, Snow?
Yeah, we went to the Traders World with them. We go down there at least twice a year, usually hang out with the Mojo crew.
Wish you could see more.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Right on.
Yeah.
What kind of sports are you wearing tonight, Andy, besides your hat?
I'm doubling up. Another Tiger. I don't actually have a lot of baseball memorabilia or sport. I'm much more of a football fan, so
cool.
And recently Lions have been able to I've upgraded my studio since the Lions are good. So if they start losing again, it's blank. It's white walls again.
White walls. No, I like your colors, man. It looks good back there, dude. Good backdrop. Yeah. Snow, I see you're wearing clearly a what would you call that?
It's a Boston Celtics like all over print. Oops.
Nice. I don't know if you can see this. I mirrored my stuff, but it's
nice.
Yeah, very nice.
And it's got somebody on the back. Guess. Okay, let's see if you guys can guess who the name is. Who do you think the name of? Which one do you think I picked out of all the Sandlot crew for the back of my jersey?
Porter.
Rodriguez.
I don't even. I'm trying to remember.
I don't know the names, to be honest. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Who's a little guy who likes the peppercorn girl? Who's that little guy?
Squints.
Squints.
Oh, Squints is good. Yeah. How about Smalls?
There you go. All good picks.
I'll go with Smalls.
Time for the what? What'd you say, Snow?
Porter, the great Hambino, the little fat kid.
Oh yeah,
the catcher. So the catcher.
All good guesses. John Murphy's coming in with Benny the Jet Rodriguez. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let's reveal.
Squints.
Yeah, I didn't know his name, but get the little guy.
Yeah, I picked Squints for two reasons. That was totally me, little geeky kid with glasses. That was me totally. I was drooling all over the girls. I wasn't ever brave enough to fake my death to get a kiss or anything like that. But
you were up.
Say that again.
It was Squints.
Squints.
Yeah, good call, man.
I'll do you one better though. Look at that right there.
Oh, hold on. Let me pull you up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Whose shoe's that?
Oh yeah, it's the Flyer. It's the Flyer. Those are the ones that allowed Benny the Jet Rodriguez to run from the beast all over town.
Ooh,
big.
Yeah, those are
awesome.
real vintage there. Those are awesome.
Good pull, dude. Good pull. Ooh, big doggy. I didn't pick Benny the Jet Rodriguez because every girl was in love with him, and I'm like, if I put Benny on there, I'm just gonna look like a fanboy. I'm like, I'll put the geeky kid on there. That was more me anyway. So yeah, how about that? One more. How does Pedro Serrano plan to guarantee victory in Major League?
It's like
it was
he had voodoo,
voodoo,
right?
yeah.
Juju or voodoo.
You could tap the bat too, right? With his little.
Yeah, hats for bats. Did y'all see my reference in the story for the link? What did I say? What did I say? What was his name? Joe Boo. Boo says, "Watch show here."
Yeah. I did see that. I didn't even pick up on it though. I was wondering. I did see where the link was. Yeah.
I hope I spelled it right.
Probably did. Yeah.
Hey, who said there's no crying in baseball?
Tom Hanks.
He did.
Yep.
Jimmy
fine. What?
Jimmy Dugan. That was his
Jimmy
name.
Dugan.
Yeah. Yep.
Still will Angel have another chocolate bar? Who played Jackie Robinson in the 42, the 2013 movie about the man who broke baseball's color barrier?
I don't think I know that. And you probably know it, Andy.
I do. I don't know if it's the same one. I think it's the same. It's got to be, right? It's the Chadwick Boseman, right?
Okay.
I can see your computer screens flashing on your face there, buddy. Yeah, I do know that one. Flash.
No, I was making sure it was the same year because I thought there was another. Is there another like?
Yeah,
Robinson one, and so I wasn't sure if it was 42. If it was,
I don't think there was one. Was there only one movie? I believe.
I think you're right.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, I thought there was another, but yeah.
Oh, you guys will like this one. Whose story? Yeah, it was Chadwick. That guy. Who? Yeah. Thank you. Whose story was the inspiration for The Rookie?
So. I know this. I don't know his name off the top of my head, but yeah, I know I know the story behind it. But I don't know it. Yeah.
Let's hope somebody in the chat knows.
Yeah.
Do you know who he played for or anything, Andy? I
want to say, was it Seattle? You're killing me now.
I don't know it at all.
I have it up on my screen, so I'm gonna look. I know. I came prepared. All right. So it's Jim. Oh, I don't. I'll let somebody else do it, but
Jim somebody.
Yeah, it's Jim. I'll give you this first name.
Like Jim Brooks, right? Jim Brooks or something like that?
Jim Morris, I think, is who I have.
I missed it. Okay, let's do what? We got to end on a positive note. Here we go. Who played Willie Mays Hayes in Major League? Let him have it, Snow.
Wesley Snipes.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. And you know what else I'm talking about? Did that go through? I didn't even see it. It didn't show up on my end.
Yeah.
So I've got this thing called Real Wheel. I like to just get to know you better here. Ice Cube or Ice Tea?
Is this for all of us, or is this?
Yeah, everybody. You can. Yeah. Let it rip.
Oh, is this a preference or is this?
Yeah, rapid fire questions.
Oh, go
yeah, Ice Cube.
Yeah,
Ice Cube for me.
Ice Cube for me too.
Ice Cube.
Cool. Let's see what else we got. What's your go-to karaoke song?
I got I got two: Under the Bridge, Red Hot Chili Peppers, or a very embarrassing one. Anyone know the song by the Crash?
Yeah, Crash Test Dummies. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's not a good one.
That's a great one.
It's a good song, yeah, but it's sort of embarrassing, probably.
I think mine, or Keith and I, maybe we did this too. It could be the Proclaimers. I would walk 500 miles too.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, you guys would rock that. Miss Cat, what's your go-to karaoke song?
Mine's the One-Way Ticket by Leanne Rimes.
Okay, on a one-way ticket. Yeah. Snow, what you got?
I can't sing. I can't carry a note.
You rap.
I rap. There's a difference, but for karaoke, I guess if I was to take a shot at it, it'd probably be like Eagle Eye Cherry, Save Tonight. I know that one probably better than most. And
yeah. Oh yeah. You I remember you showed up on my live when I was performing that live. Yeah, you were like, we were just listening to that. Yeah. Very good, guys. Very good. What occupation other than your own would you like to try?
I wish I would have been a sports writer, to be honest. I think that's a pretty cool gig. You know, you're traveling with the team.
Almost famous.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe what Keith is, if I could have the cojones or I can't deal with blood very well and stuff, but vet would be a good thing. I like animals, so maybe that.
Oh, I had no idea. You just outed him just to the internet, buddy.
No, I've said it on the channel a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. I love that. That's so great, dude. That's cool. What we like watching Critter Fixers. Me and the boys watch Critter Fixers. Those guys out of Georgia.
Oh, okay. I've heard of it. I've never watched it.
Oh, it's great. They're great charisma and there's a few other ones too. I forget on the Animal Channel that Animal Planet, if that's still around, if that's still a thing. The guy with the ponytail, the long-haired doctor dude who went through so much stuff. I forget his name.
Keith, but you should grow a ponytail. No,
you should
grow one. I have a little bit of a bald spot. Can you grow a ponytail with a bald spot?
That's what I was going for.
An odd look.
Miss Cat, what occupation would you like to do?
Forensic pathologist.
Forensic pathologist. That's too many syllables. I don't know what that is.
Determines. Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. One more time, Miss Cat.
It's a crime scene investigator.
Oh, cool! Like Barry Allen from The Flash, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Isn't the show Bones? Aren't they in Bones? Aren't they? Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That'd be a great gig. Snow, what about you?
I thought you were saying Barry from that show, Barry. I was like, I think he's the one that creates them, isn't it?
That's a great show too. I missed that show. I didn't finish season 3 because everybody said, "No, don't finish it. It was terrible." But I enjoyed Barry. That's a good one. Snow, what do you want to do?
I would have liked to have been a professional athlete.
Oh, that's cool.
Good one.
That's definitely a good one. Yeah. I don't know what I would want to be, man. I think when I was little, I think I wanted. You know what? I wanted to be a rock star because when I was in junior high, my dad was running the sound at a high school talent show, and this guy got up there and he started doing this solo thing. I think he was like playing Eruption. It sounded like Eruption from Van Halen, and it was the crowd was going nuts for him. Like, oh wow, that's awesome! Because I was just sitting in the little auditorium seat, and all these big kids were just loving it and eating it up. And then his band got up there right afterwards with him, and they played "Everything Zen" by Bush. From there, I was hooked, and the crowd was just going nuts. And I said, "Oh!" So I went out and bought the 16 Stone album, and I've been a rocker ever since, man. And that's where I first got my guitar and just started like playing in my room, just like rocking out to whatever was on the radio. I think the first real rock song I ever learned was "Brain Stew" by Green Day, the one that goes "Donut, Donut." That one. So
that's an awesome start to that song.
No doubt, and it's easy. It's easy. You're stranded on a desert island. Which 3 people, dead or alive, are you bringing with you, guys?
Oh, man. These are tough.
I hit the hard-hitting questions.
I do.
I'm going with ex-Eagles coach Buddy Ryan as one of them.
Of course.
Let's see, a couple others. It's got to be some comedians, right? Keep it light, keep it entertaining.
It's good.
Yeah,
Ricky Gervais would be a good one.
There you go.
Oh yeah. Did you know he was a musician in the 80s?
No.
He was in this like indie, or I don't even know. It's not indie. It's kind of like that new wave pop band that. He looks ridiculous too, but he's really skinny and. Yeah.
Yep. Didn't even recognize him, and he sounded great. Talented dude.
I'll bring his little comedy co-host. I don't know what that guy's name is. The tall guy, Andy, that he's always on shows.
Steve Merchant.
Yeah, Steve Merchant. I'll bring him along too.
Nice.
Gonna have 2 of them. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, you don't have to pick 3. You just pick 3. Pick whatever. Andy, you got anybody?
Yeah. Well, now along the same lines, maybe I'll go with Carl Pilkington. He's one of the most interesting people on the planet. I think. I don't know if you've seen him before, but
he's funny.
Yeah, maybe I'd bring like Bear Grylls just so he could kind of keep me alive a little easier.
Oh, there you go. That's smart. You don't want to take Tom Hanks from Castaway?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's cool.
That's what I come up with.
Yeah. Miss Cat, who are you taking?
Mine was Bear Grylls.
Oh wow,
yep. That's a
great minds think alike.
Snow.
I wouldn't be prepared at all. I was thinking Jim Morrison. Get tripped out on an island and make fire, like Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And 2?
Yeah.
I'd probably take a younger, for comedian wise, I'd probably take a younger Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
Kick it with him, and we could write scripts all day long and ship them off in a bottle. And you know what? And on that note, I'd probably take Sting with me from the Police.
Ooh, that's
we'd hang out and jam. Message in a bottle. Get it? Oh, see what I did there?
Nerd. Flew over my head.
I didn't get it either. Yeah.
Speaking of Mel Brooks, Spaceballs or Princess Bride? I know y'all's answer on this, Snow. I remember this from last time.
I'd probably go Spaceballs. It's a tough call, though.
I'd actually go Princess Bride, but Spaceballs is a heck of a movie, too.
It's close.
What'd you say, Snow?
Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Cat?
Spaceballs.
Okay. Each of you give me one line from each of the movies that you like.
Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. Killed my father. Prepare to die.
There you go.
I'm going to totally blank on the Spaceballs. I know there's great lines. I just can't think of any of them.
I think I would go with "Have fun storming the castle."
That's a great Billy Crystal, man. Liar, liar. Remember his wife. That's great. Keith, what you got?
I can't. I'm blanking, man.
Okay,
I'm totally blanking.
There's a lot, man. Spaceballs, Princess Bride.
A Sears Sports is as big as mine. I mean, come on, Keith.
Yeah,
that's a classic.
No, sir, I didn't say you playing with your dolls.
She switched from suck to blow.
There you go. She's gone from suck to blow. Is this a kissing book? You gotta get one in there, Keith. Come on, man.
He's blank.
Yeah, no, I'm totally blank, to be honest. I haven't seen that movie in 30 years.
No worries.
You thought that was an easy question. You're like, oh, I'll just answer it. Did not know there's a follow-up, did you?
How much money is enough? That's a lame question. Let's skip that one. I don't even like that one. Google. What are you gonna do? Sometimes that's why it's the real wheel. Battletoads or TMNT arcade game.
I never played Battletoads, but I did play TMNT, so I'm gonna have to go with the Turtles.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd go the same on that too, because Battletoads I remember being just insanely difficult and like the hardest game ever, right? So and frustrating. So I like my games to be fun and not aggravating typically.
Everybody says that about Battletoads, yeah. Snow and Cat.
I love Battletoads, but I love TMNT Turtles in Time just a little more. Yeah,
I didn't play
Good
it
picks. Yeah.
I played it on the Switch.
Switch is great. Shredder's Revenge is awesome on that thing.
Yeah, we've already beat it together. Yeah.
Nice. Did you get Yu-Gi-Oh? Not Yu-Gi-Oh. What's the Usagi?
Usagi Yojimbo?
Yeah, that dude.
I haven't beat it with characters yet.
Yeah, I bought the I think was it Usagi that you bought the DLC for? I forget which one I bought for like $3 or something like that on the Nintendo store. It was either him or Casey Jones. One of those you win at the end. But yeah, that's a great game. They hit on so many different things that the OG one didn't. You know what I mean? Some of those other different characters that you always wanted to see in a game. Yeah. I got a feeling you guys don't know that one.
I have no idea either of them. Yeah.
Hey, what's the first stuffed animal that comes to your mind?
Huh. I'm embarrassed to say it's not a stuffed animal, and I don't know why I had one of these, but I did have a Cabbage Patch Kid when I was very young. How embarrassing is that for me?
No, it's not. My mom collected. She collected just the heads. So I would walk into her closet, and she's probably listening. Hi, Mom. She knows this. She would have them laid out across the top of her closet. So you walk in and it looked like Return to Oz, Mombi's hallway from
sounds like a future case for Cat, actually. solve a murder there.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, and Missy's back here. Little crispy go. Those are good, man. I had one of the Care Bears. There you go.
Care Bear.
Oh, hold on. Somebody's showing off here. Hold on. I know this is. Oh yeah!
Wow! Oh, wow!
That's they're that big. Are they always that big? No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever seen them. I've seen them on videos, but I never saw them up close like that.
I think you're just that small, Keith.
Thank you.
He used to set this on the engine of at car shows.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, he's a great.
What was
figure.
that called? What's that called?
My Pet Monster, right?
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's good stuff.
What was yours, Andy? You didn't answer, Andy. You have a stuffed animal?
My mom made me like a homemade stuffed animal, and it was a dinosaur named Fred. Like that's
even better, man.
Kind of cute, right?
That's adorable.
You still have your Cabbage Patch doll, don't you, Keith?
Do not. No. Okay. I think I got rid of that very quickly.
They're highly collectible these days. Look, Snow, you'll like this. Look, so I got the My Pet Monster, but then look, I got the cartoon 1987 guy. You remember the cartoon?
Yeah, I remember the cartoon.
Did I show you this? Did you see this? This is a dog toy.
That's cool.
It's a dog toy, man. Isn't that great? Yeah. I spent way too much money on that, of course, but I bought it from across the pond.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Bull Airs to make theirs again, man, so we can snatch those up, dude. That's great, dude. Let's see. That was a good one. I like the stuffed animal one. Let's end on that one, and then let's do. Boom, guys. It is time for tonight's topic. We're an hour in, so this is perfect timing. I try to time it at about an hour in that we can rock this stuff, man. So, does anybody remember what our topic is for tonight?
Baseball.
Basketball. That's it. Let's do this one. Shazam! Favorite baseball movies, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we're here tonight, is to talk about baseball. Baseball. Okay, let's see who's up first for the number 3. We have a special guest tonight, obviously. We got you guys. Do you recognize these characters that I put y'all's heads on?
I might be the rookie. Am I the rookie?
You are the rookie.
Okay.
And I'm 24. Is that Corbin Burnson's character from?
Is that his name? The coach?
I can't remember who that is. Yeah, I'm not
Corbin
sure.
Burnson's not the coach. He's the third baseman, right?
Okay, maybe.
Dorn,
yeah,
Roger Dorn.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's the coach.
Okay.
Remember where he's like, for every time we win a game, you peel a piece off. that dude. Funny. I don't know if you guys knew this. I know Snow probably knows this. Did y'all ever see Silver Bullet?
Yeah, I love Silver Bullet.
Yeah.
At the very beginning of the movie is the guy who's drunk working on the railroad who gets attacked by the wolf. That's the coach from Major League. So, go back and watch that. And that's the only other thing I ever saw that guy in. Was so fun fact for you there. How about that? Number 3, my number 3. Oh, obviously I'm Hambino, the great Hambino. I picked League of Their Own because as a young teenage adolescent, watching a bunch of chicks play baseball was right up my alley at that time, man. It's a fun movie too. A lot of fun lines. What do you guys like about this movie? You remember this one?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a great cast too, right? With like Madonna and I guess Rosie O'Donnell's in there, and I mean, they're not the stars. I don't think they're not the main characters, but definitely pretty good baseball action too for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it was good. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen it all that much. I've seen it probably once, maybe 1.5 or something like that. But yeah, no, it was a great movie. I think in terms of like acting and stuff. I don't know if it wasn't my favorite sort of style of movie, I think. But
what you got, Snow and Cat?
I love that movie. I've been watching it since I was a kid, and the Cat's got a fondness for it too. I mean, it may not be as deep as mine, but yeah, it's definitely on our list around here. It gets watched.
Yeah. Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the one right around the same time I got a TV in my room for the very first time. I would just be lounging around on like a Sunday afternoon and it would be playing on like TNT or something like that. And I would just chill out and watch it. I got a lot of fond memories of this movie. Tom Hanks' character was killer. My only gripe is the ending goes on too long. Oh, okay. With the, I don't know. Right on. Fair enough. I like that. So, who is your favorite character? I have a favorite character in this movie. I'm just going to tell you. It's John Lovitz. He is the scout. He is the scout.
He's great in everything he does, right?
No kidding, man.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So, my favorite scene in this movie is where he picks up the kind of burly girl. I guess I'll call her that. And they're at the train station and she's leaving and she's like, bye, daddy, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, okay, let's go. And he gets on the train or he starts walking on the train and she just stops and she won't move. And then he turns around. He turns around and says, you see, the way it works is the train moves, not the station.
Oh, man.
That's the best, man. Oh, A League of Their Own. Great flick, man. Great stuff. Hey, Andy, you're number 3. Bull Durham. If anybody's never seen this, tell everybody what it's about.
So I love this movie. It's got like the whole I think minor league allure. So like I think it kind of really sheds light on what that whole situation's like. So but it's a story of this guy in the middle. Tim Robbins plays this guy named Luke. I can't remember his Loop. This guy's a really weird last name. Can't remember. You probably know it, Keith. But So he's like this all-star pitcher. He's got like a super live arm. Famously is like he's got a $100 arm and a 5-cent mind. So so Kevin Costner comes in and is kind of brought in, tasked into making him into like a major league pitcher or kind of turn him into it. And there's it's kind of like a baseball / not rom-com, but it's got elements of that. See Susan Sarandon, so she kind of falls for Nuke, and then eventually, of course, really wants Crash Davis, who was right there. But it's cool. I think it shows a lot about kind of what I think. It's one of the first movies I think that showed really what the minor leagues were like, and it's really funny. There's a couple of really good scenes where he kind of tips the batters off what he's throwing and stuff, and it's just a cool movie, I think. Crash, or not Crash. The guy hits a home run off of a ball, gets a free steak. Like, there's just a bunch of cool like throwaway stuff in there. Good movie.
Yeah, he was Kevin Costner when he was grooming him or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, he's just like, hey, what you're shaking me off. He's just he played a poor Kevin Costner in this movie, man. He got the shaft so many times. He just got he was the talent because he was the one. Yep. He's just kind of like a seasoned player, but he knows everything there is to know about growing as a player, right? So that's what I took away from it was that, it was kind of, but of course they want the talent, I don't know if it's just because he was older was the reason why they never brought him up. But yeah, this was an interesting flick, man. It was it was pretty funny the way Kevin Costner just messes with him at the beginning. He's like, "I'm your new catcher." Before he picks a fight with Tim Robbins there over Susan Sarandon, just to introduce himself to. He's like, "Listen to me, kid." He goes, "You're overthinking it." And he played those mind games with them and brought that mental element, sport to the sport, man. I thought it was an interesting movie, man. But yeah, it was kind of a Debbie Downer whenever he got the shaft, but didn't he end up with Susan at the end and they wound up just being happily?
Yeah, he does. Tim Robbins or Nuke eventually gets called up and I think gets called to be a coach somewhere. And of course, Susan Sarandon follows and they, I'm sure happily ever after type of thing, but
good stuff. Anybody else like this movie?
Yeah, I definitely liked it. Definitely, shows the unglamorous side of minor league baseball, right? They're not on like jets flying across country. They're just on like dilapidated buses or whatever's going on. So, and it's got a lot going on, comedy and action and rom-com, like Andy said.
Yep. Snowman's Cat. Y'all remember this one?
I don't really recall it. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of it here and there, but yeah.
No, but I'm gonna watch it. So thanks.
There you go. It's on. I watched it on Amazon Prime. Is where I watched it. Nice. It was good, says John Murphy Jr. So he liked it. How about that? Who else is number 3? We've got Bad News Bears for Keith.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
This is definitely an old one, right? This is probably the oldest movie we're gonna pick, and this is like my first baseball movie I ever saw, and I think it's as old as us, Andy. This is
76.
This movie was made in 76. Yeah. But the tale of like alcoholic beer drinking coach Buttermaker, who was shown on the left side there. I mean, he's just constantly drinking. He's like a cooler of beer every game. He's coaching these little band of misfit kids who I think were like kicked out of the league because they were juvenile delinquents or they couldn't play. And then one parent had sued and got them in the league, and he got paid to coach them. And they weren't very good until they recruited like the guy on the right, Kelly Leak, I think was his name. And he was like the ringer. He was the star of the team. And eventually they became a winning team, and they ended up losing in the championship game, which is not how most movies are made now, right? There's always like a happy ending. They were happy at the end, but they lost. But pretty entertaining, and it definitely wouldn't be made the same way today with like the guy drinking and smoking in the dugout the whole game, and giving the kids beer after the game. They're like 12 years old, I think, right? So
yeah.
It reminds me that team reminds me of, I don't know if you remember that, like the caddies from Caddyshack. Like it was kind of the same kind of like misfit kids that were But yeah, no.
Oh
it's a great
yeah,
movie.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Do you guys recognize who that actor is who played the bad kid, the main bad kid? Do you might know who that is, Snow?
No, I just know the coach is Walter Matthau because I love him in that movie. But who the kid is?
That is, I'll tell you who that is. That is Jackie Earle Haley. And if you don't know who Jackie Earle Haley is, he is an underrated actor who I think he lives over here in Austin. My brother has spotted him out on the lake a few times. He's completely bald now. You recognize it. He played the Freddy Krueger in that remake.
I know him.
Yeah. And he also was. Did you ever see the Watchmen?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he was Rorschach in Watchmen.
Oh, okay, yeah. That face is hard to kind of like.
Yeah, he played in some random stuff, some random sci-fi movies in the maybe late 80s, early 90s. I remember one called Doll Man. I don't know. You guys remember any of those old school full moon feature movies? You know, Doll Man was about a little guy in a big world, and I know Andy's got some jokes for you, Keith. So I'm gonna.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, I'm just preparing you emotionally, my friend.
Sometimes it's better that if he just thinks about them jokes like himself and not even I do it. It's kind of worse for him if he.
Oh, stop it!
I'm an average height man, Andy. You know that. I mean, you're casting a shadow that I'm like a,
yeah. Well, a small shadow though.
Guys, ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, Andy's got it. He's on it. He knows you well, sir. I will say, what the hell were we talking about?
Bad news.
I lost it. Oh, little people. So Doll Man was this 80s, like late early 90s movie where it was this guy. I don't know if he got shrunk down or something, but it was in a futuristic post-apocalyptic future world where all these gangsters were around, and Jackie Earle Haley was the main gangster guy. But the Doll Man had this little bitty laser pistol that he could shoot that little blaster and it would blow a dude up. It was so powerful. That's what I remember about it. But that's the only other thing I remember Jackie Earle Haley in. Anyways, who knows where thoughts come from? They just appear. That's why I talk random stuff, man. Troy V in the house. Welcome, sir. I haven't seen you in a minute, man. Hope you're doing well. One of the best baseball movies of all time, he says. Bad News Bears. My buddy, my neighbor, Joe White up in the house. Wesley Snipes in Major League 1. Omar Epps, Major League 2 for the scrolling trivia. Very good, sir. That is, it was him, right? Omar Epps in part 2. I forgot about that. What was it? Back to the Minors?
Oop, hit that too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
My favorite character in that movie is that little kid, that little Tanner Boyle kid who was like constantly trying to fight everyone and a feisty little kid. Yeah.
That's it. Go ahead, Andy. You relate to him well, don't you, Keith?
You can't hit him every time. You just got to let him think he's safe, and then you hit him, and then he's like, he's floored again. Yeah.
Your brain thoughts are coming into mind. Man, Team Resale at number 3 has basketball, and I cannot be more happy with this pick, guys. Snow, tell them about this movie, man.
I love this movie. It's got the two guys who created South Park who made it, and then of course the little guy there in the middle. I think that's Keith, right?
Come on,
guys!
You're burnt from all angles.
Everybody's getting into it. It's like
hold on. Hang on a second. Hang on. All right, Keith. So it's yours. I'm glad you're here, man. Okay, let's get rid of these haters over here, man.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I guess I should get rid of myself too. Keith, run the show from here on out, brother. I'm sorry, Snow. Go ahead. Tell it's the writers and creators of South Park.
Continue. And for me, it's the only way to make baseball interesting. So it's the only way to relate to baseball.
You're so lame.
I love this movie though. It's such a good movie. There's so many the quote. My favorite is, I don't know. This is early. Was this before South Park? I can't remember if this was before South Park or not, but this is when
it was after. Yeah,
it was okay. But he would do the Cartman voice when he was trying to psych out people too. He's like, let me get.
Dude, I mean, the beginning. So the synopsis is there's these two losers from high school go back to their high school reunion, and everybody's like, "Oh, I'm an astronaut. I'm I'm on the market now," and they're just all these preppy guys. Has everybody here seen this movie?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, I love this movie a lot. And then they're like, "Oh, yeah, dude, we'll play you guys. We'll play you guys for $20." And he's like, "Dude, we don't have $20. Whatever. We don't have 10, whatever." And so they go outside and they're like, they see these guys practicing hooping it up. And they're like, "Oh shit, we're going to get our asses handed to us." And so they said, "You know what? We're not going to play that is a lot of vulgarity here, people.
Yeah.
A lot of, we're not gonna play that wussy stuff you guys play in the suburbs. We're gonna play basketball. It's baseball rules." And so they make up basketball, and it becomes a national hit because remember the investor just happened to be at that party at that one time that they were playing at their house, but. Where he's talking about, "Oh, kids today, their attention spans nothing." His facial expression cracks me up. He just, that's so great, dude. And then the way they rip on Squeak the whole movie, oh my gosh, classic, right? What do you guys think about Squeak?
It was good. I mean, my favorite part about this is the whole psych outs that they do, which I think is just a funny, like a novelty that they do, and just to kind of like one of them like cuts off his finger and stuff. They do all this crazy stuff, and it's great. Poor Squeak was, he always gets trampled on. they like throw him at people. I feel like one time, like they just like he's just abused throughout the entire movie.
Is Squeak the little guy?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Poor Squeak.
Remember, he comes to live with them, and he's showing them around the house, and he's like, "All right, this is your room." And he's like, "Oh, sweet, this is nice, dude." He goes, "Oh yeah, that's great, but that's Jenkins' bed. Jenkins, their pet dog, and the dog's like chilling over there on the bed with a dog chew toy." And he's like, "Your bed's over here," and it's like a dog cardboard box on the floor with like a little towel. And he's like, "Dude, that is so weak. How am I supposed to get a chick in that?" He goes, "Dude, you couldn't get a chick if you tried." He goes, "Why?" "Because you're a little bitch." He's like, "You're a little bitch." He's like, "Dude, I swear, you guys rip on me 13 or 14 more times, I'm out of here."
It's I forgot how good this was. I probably should rewatch it again.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in years. I forget when it came out, but
it's so great. Yeah, as soon as you picked this one, Snow, it just my mind just started racing back because I was pulling images from it, and I just was immediately taken back. You got any favorite moments from this, guys? Cat and Snow?
I just like when Squeaks, he's pursuing that chick that's clearly a man through talking about how cute her Adam's apple is and stuff. Like it just
yeah, it's good.
It's so good. He's like the sweetest Adam's apple.
Little whisper of a mustache.
Oh my gosh, that is so great, dude. Great pick, dude. Great pick. Joe White says great movie, Basketball. The argument where the two of them just keep saying do until finally one guy says, "You got a point there."
Yeah, they're like talking the whole time. They're like, dude. Like they're using like a full conversation with dude, which is classic.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Great pick, Snow. My number 2, going from completely raunch to 100% wholesome. We're going to switch gears here. We're going to Angels in the Outfield, man. You can't pick a more family friendly, like wholesome movie, 100% with a fantastic cast. Christopher Lloyd, Danny Glover, the kid from, what's his name? Joseph Gordon-Levitt before he was, Third Rock from the Sun. Story is these two orphans go to a baseball game, and next thing you know, the kid, for whatever reason, can see angels in the outfield helping the players, and somebody picks him up. I forget how he gets into it, but they become basically the helpers of the team, and they get to go to every single game, and the coach falls in love with them, and this has a cameo of Matthew McConaughey too in it. He's one of the players, FYI. And this guy too, yeah, he's the guy who catches it in the outfield. He jumps, and the angel catches him and drags him out. And he's So he's an outfielder. Yeah, it's a great movie. And then a good wholesome ending where the Angels win. Ted. Tony Danza. Tony Danza is the pitcher. Yep, forgot about that. Yeah, there he is, right there. Tony Danza. He's a pitcher. He's been smoking for years. He's just a has-been pitcher. And at the end, of course, the Angels don't show up for the final thing, and they have to do it all themselves. And of course, they do it. Float it. You're thinking of Rookie of the Year. Float it. I just watched that recently too. That's another great flick. But there's the sad part where, Christopher Lloyd is the head angel, like talking to him in the bleachers, and he's like, "Hey, he's going to be joining us soon." He goes, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, he's been smoking for years, yada yada yada. But don't worry, we got a spot for him." It's all around. It teaches good, like, things to look forward to in the afterlife and all that kind of good stuff. But I don't know. It was just, and then of course at the end, Danny Glover ends up adopting both of them. He's like, "Oh, he's coming too." I was just, you're just giggling from ear to ear, smiling from ear to ear. Just a great family flick. So good, man. It is a remake. I forgot about that. Yeah, the original was pretty good, very dated as it is in the 50s, but a good watch nonetheless. Yeah, I forgot about that, Troy V. So yeah, technically this is a remake. So yeah.
So the one negative I have about this movie, from what I recall, so baseball movies that drive me absolutely nuts are the ones where it doesn't look like the person, like they're professional athletes, but they don't look like they are professional athletes. Like Tony Danza throwing a baseball. Look, I mean, the way he threw it looked ridiculous. Like those films when they have the pitcher clearly he's never thrown a baseball in his life and he's an actor. Those drive me nuts. Like Charlie Sheen in Major League, completely different. The dude was a great baseball player. You could tell that he's played baseball, but some of it takes me out of the movie. Like this isn't real. Like I don't. Do you feel the same way, Keith? Sometimes.
Oh yeah. If the action is lame, I'm almost not going to watch it. Right? Like John Goodman in Babe. Like he just doesn't look like an athlete in that movie. I don't know if it's anyone's list. I don't want to mock that movie, but yeah, the action has to be at least somewhat presentable.
Well, to be fair, Andy, you were probably 35 when this came out, and I was about 10. So our perspectives were, I had to get you back from my boy Keith there.
I like it.
What you didn't know is you're getting him at the same time, and he's older than me. So
yeah, I think a month older.
But he doesn't look it. That's the difference. Just kidding.
I like where this is going.
Keith, I gotta catch you up.
What? Oh
no, Keith.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, I just had to mess with you guys because we know each other now. We know each other. We can razz and feel free to roast me too, man. Because I'm highly offended by everything everybody says today. So please. Snow, what did you think about this movie, man?
I thought Andy was going down a blasphemy route. There's nothing you can criticize on this movie. And you would be surprised how long it took me to find this movie on DVD out in the wild. We've only found it recently, and it's not streaming on Disney for whatever reason. So
that's weird.
Well, it's because I guess it's pro God, I suppose. I don't know if I should say it like that.
No, you're right, man. You're probably right. I watched it streaming somewhere recently. I forgot where it was. But yeah, you're right, man. It could be because it's pro God. Knowing Disney, man. I'll say it. I don't care. What do you say, Kat?
Well, I was saying the whole time that I love that they get adopted in the end.
So sweet. Fantastic, man. It's a good heartfelt movie, but the only gripe I have is when the athletes don't really look like athletes.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. Just kidding.
It just takes me out of the movie. I can't handle it.
No, fair enough, dude. I totally get it. I'm the same way. So I went to school for video production. So whenever I see bad inconsistency problems, like there's a soda can there and then it's gone in the next shot, little things like that. Or he's holding, little that kind of stuff. Continuity is the word I'm looking for there. Yeah. There you go. But Keith, did you like this movie?
I did back when I saw it originally. I haven't seen it probably since then, though, admittedly.
Have you guys shown your kids this yet?
I haven't. No.
You should let it see it. It's good message. Good message, man. Good positivity. Good positive stuff, man.
Yeah.
Andy. Yeah. I'm all about the positive stuff. And a lot of the stuff I picked was because of nostalgia and from my childhood, dude. And that's and because, plus you guys picked all my good grown-up movies, so I had to pick some other stuff. But I love this movie, dude. Great stuff, dude. Good stuff. Show it to your kids. Show it to, is it Ryder? What's your kid's name, Miss Cat?
Striker.
Sorry. Striker. What did you name Striker after? Do you mind me asking?
Yeah, he was John Wayne played a character in The Sands of Iwo Jima, Lieutenant Striker. And that's what my dad always thought it'd be a cool first name, so that's what we named him.
Nice. He was also X-Men 2. He was in Striker 2.
Yes.
Striker 2 and
Mortal Kombat. There was a character named Striker as well.
I remember Striker. I totally remember Striker. Good stuff, man. See? Yeah, great name, dude. Good choice on the name. Wesley Snipes in Major League was pretty athletic, but I read he ran slowly. Of course, Willie Mays Hayes is supposed to be a speeder. Was Willie Mays Hayes a real player? I thought he was fictional.
No, I think in the movie he was supposed to be. Yeah, he was supposed to be like lightning fast. Yeah. Yeah. He just when people run awkward or throw awkward, it drives me nuts.
How did he run to you in the movie, Andy?
I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I immediately know that jumped off at me.
Well, we'll talk about it here in a minute because you know why. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump the gun there. They had to edit the film to make it look like he won a foot race.
There you go.
That's hilarious, John.
I'm not in the minority here. It looks like a lot of people have the same issues.
Yeah, no, for sure. No doubt. That's why we're here, man. Oh, bro, Andy. What a sick pick, dude. I love this movie. The cinematography, it's funny because it's just a simple movie, but the cinematography is so fantastic in it. And Brad Pitt, Mr. Pretty Boy, just kills it with his just chill vibes. And then Jonah Hill with his Jonah-ness.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, this is a when I was thinking about it, I mean, I sort of, for me, I don't work in that world exactly, but I work with statistics and things like that. So the fact that like they made a movie really about sabermetrics and the whole process and all that, and it really is. It's funny because it's really about one season of the Oakland A's, which essentially, briefly, the story is essentially, they're Billy Bean. I always forget the guy's names. It's Bean. Yeah. One of the Bean. So he's running the team. This guy who, Jonah Hill, eventually, I guess he becomes the GM, I think, or not the GM, but he becomes one of the player scouts or something. But he essentially kind of explains to him, and the fact that he's receptive to it was kind of interesting because he's a former baseball player. But essentially what happens is he's basically showing how to win through statistics. It's not based off of like individual players. It's really based off of the kind of the roll up of all these numbers. And he's like, you're buying runs, you're buying, hits and things like that. You're not looking for the best players. So they're they don't have a lot of money that they're working with. So they kind of go through and buy these kind of ragtag players, put them all together, and they turn out to be one of the, they put on, I'm not sure if it's still the longest streak, but it's a 19-game winning streak, I think. It's one of the longest streaks, if it's not still, in baseball history. And I think they did end up losing in the playoffs too. I think it's like I'm not sure who it was, but but it's just a cool story. There's a lot of good actors in it, like you said. There's actually Chris Pratt's in it. He plays first baseman. I forgot who played David Justice, but it was somebody.
What's his name? Chris
Pratt?
Chris Pratt. Star-Lord was the hero at the end. Was that who he was?
Is this guy Hatterberg? Is that what he's playing?
Hatterberg was his first baseman. Chris. Yeah.
He's the one who he wins it at the end, right?
Exactly. And like all my movies, very good action in this. Like they look like they're playing baseball. Like Chris Pratt, I think, was actually a pretty good baseball player too. He's certainly a good athlete. So they all look like they can play. So it didn't take me out of it.
So go back and say that again. So the main reason why you picked this one, Andy, is because.
Well, I mean, it's because people can play baseball in the movie. I think is what it is. No, but it's really. I mean, I think it's just a great movie too. So I should be saying something, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be saying. Real.
that was it.
Okay.
You don't remember that from the movie right here, where he's like, he gets on base.
Okay. Oh yeah. Sorry.
The main reason why you picked this movie is because
he gets on base.
I was good. I wanted you to say because they look like they were really playing baseball.
Okay, gotcha.
Now you know that for next time.
So confused. You got me down a rabbit hole. I was very confused. I didn't know how to get out of it.
It's all good. I got you covered. I'm always gonna be here to catch you. Get it? Oh my gosh, I'm lame. Keith, what'd you think about this movie?
Yeah, when we went through our top three, me and Andy did a draft, and I would have taken Moneyball in the second spot, but he took it before me. But great movie. I could watch this over and over again. And I mean, Jonah Hill's great. The one of my favorite actors of all time, he's sort of like a villain in this movie, but Philip Seymour Hoffman, awesome actor.
Oh yeah,
he's great in this. Yeah. And Andy, didn't Jonah Hill's character? He's not the president of the Commanders now, is he? He went on to be a GM somewhere, but he might have went to the Commanders. So he's he's like a big name in sports.
What his name is.
Yeah. But yeah, great movie for sure.
Mm-hmm. What about that soundtrack?
I'm trying to remember off the top.
I don't remember the soundtrack either. We're so focused on the baseball action, I think.
Right.
Well, it's throughout the whole movie. It's like almost the same song.
Oh, that's right.
The whole
climactic. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. That is awesome.
Great stuff. Hey, Snow and Cat, what did you guys ever see Moneyball?
No.
Well, if you get a chance, it's a great one. It's really good. Do you guys not like Brad Pitt or what?
I'm not the biggest Brad Pitt fan.
No, but the other actor.
But we do like Jonah Hill though, so it might be worth a look.
I would say he's the least Brad Pitty that he's then in Moneyball. I feel like.
Well, clearly.
He's kind of
like Brad Pitty.
He's the last Brad Pitt. If you don't like Brad Pitt, he's saying because Jonah Hill, he's one of those most underrated actors. He won a lot of stuff, right? Didn't he win for this one? I think he won an Oscar for this movie.
He may have, yeah.
Because he's just such, I don't know. He just does a good job, and he's just a cool dude. Because I remember he took his mom to the Oscars whenever he was nominated. So yeah, good stuff, man. I saw Money. Wait. What's this one? Hold on. Like the Simpsons version better.
You're talking about The Natural. Looks like this.
Oh, okay.
The Natural. Oh, I don't remember that episode. I gotta go back and watch that one. Oh, Moneyball. I saw him. It was on. Yep, great movie. And just like that, we're gonna go Number 2, Keith picked Major League.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, classic.
It's probably my favorite movie at that time. I forget when this movie was out. Probably like 92, 91, something like that.
Find out.
But yeah, great. This was my favorite movie back at that point with the whole premise. I guess I think we went over it a little bit earlier on in the podcast or the live here, but where they wanted to move the team to Miami. There was an escape clause, and if they could get their attendance below a certain number, they could move the team out of Cleveland. So they hired all these, the has-beens and players that shouldn't be in the league, and the team found out about it and used that as motivation to sort of, get rolling, and they did end up, had a winning record. I mean, they didn't move to Miami, obviously, at the end of the season. But great great movie, great characters in this one with Willie Mays Hayes, and we talked about Pedro Serrano, and probably my favorite. I mean, as I was researching this before, I would have said my favorite character was Ricky Vaughn, but I think I would change it to actually Bob Uecker. Bob Uecker in this movie was awesome as the announcer.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Just a bit outside.
He hit somebody, right? Doesn't he hit like a?
Yeah, it was like over like 10 feet over the guy's head, or
Robbie digs in at Wonder Way. I don't know why I remember that, but
he was great. You were talking about the way Wesley Snipes runs. So one of the things I was going to ask you, Andy, was remember when he wakes up and they kick him out? They like move his bed in the middle of the night, and he's like just. Like the bed is just sitting there outside when their practice started, for the tryouts. And he's just like, right at the beginning, because he's just, remember he pulls up in that little VW bug to the coach and he goes, "Hey there, Willie Mays Hayes. Willie Mays Hayes here. Hey," he goes, "Hello, Willie. The parking lot's over there,
It's a pretty right on the voice too for the for the coach.
Thanks, dude. And then right after that, they're like, "We can't find this guy anywhere," and so they wind up kicking him out. But while everybody's sleeping in the bunker, they take his bed. They just carry his bed out, and they just put it out on the street right next to where everybody's practicing. So he wakes up in his pajamas the next morning, and they're running. They're doing they're timing everybody how fast they can run. And these two guys take off, and then here comes out of the back Willie Mays Hayes from probably 15 feet back behind these guys, and he comes and catches up, and he just passes him at the very end.
In his socks and pajamas.
In his socks and pajamas. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I have to rewatch that. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while, but yeah, I do remember loving it for sure.
Yeah. What about you guys? Snow and Cat. What do you like this movie?
Yeah, I love Major League, and I'm Wild Thing. I need to get one of his jerseys one of these days. So.
You can get the hat. I got the hat on Amazon for like $25.
He's also a big baseball collector. He was. I think he sold his collection when he had his issues. But Charlie Sheen was a big memorabilia collector and card collector too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Yep. I think my favorite character has to be the old man pitcher. I call him old man, but for two reasons. He had some of the best lines, but my dad actually got to meet him. What's his name? Remember? Because he was like, he goes, Charlie Sheen's like, "What's that shit on your shoulder?" And he's like, "Crisco," and he's talking about, he goes, Vaseline, blah, 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 blah. And he goes, he's talking about ways. He goes, "I don't have an arm like you. I got to use every edge I can get. And sometimes, even if I'm feeling it, I just rub a little jalapeno up my nose and, use it." He goes, "You put snot on the ball," He goes, "Hey man," and then, so that was one of the best lines. And then he's sitting there when Serrano is doing his little voodoo thing. He's like, "You might want to think about taking the Lord Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior." And he goes, "Jesus, very good man, but no good with a curveball." He goes, "Are you saying Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?" And then my dad ran into him. My mom was at some work event, and he went with her, and he was downstairs at the hotel having breakfast. Well, that guy was on site shooting some movie locally. I think he was shooting an episode of Mad Men. Mad Men was around here for whatever reason. He played a couple of cameo spots in that show. And my dad went up. He balled up to him. He said, "Hey, sir, I just want to tell you, I think you got the best line in any movie I've ever heard." And he says, he goes, "Oh yeah, really? What movie's that?" He goes, "Up your butt, Joe Boo." Yeah. You remember where he steals the shot? Because every time Serrano would go out, he would leave that shot for Joe Boo. And he goes, "It's very bad to steal Joe Boo's, very bad." And then so he takes the shot. He says, "Up your butt, Joe Boo." And then he walks outside onto the field, and he says, "Hey, bartender, Joe Boo needs a refill." And the bat hits him in the back of the head. Great movie, dude. Anyways, that's why I love Major League. Anybody else? Keith, what did you talk about this movie?
Yeah, no, I mean, I love the movie. And like I said, Bob Uecker even though he was a baseball announcer and a player too, but not really an actor, but did awesome in that movie. But you can't go wrong with Ricky Vaughn, the Wild Thing, just the ex con, I guess, in that movie, right? He got out of jail and came to play for them, and awesome character for sure.
Yep. Good stuff, man. Major League. Great pick, guys. Wow. Team Resale. Brewster's Millions. I have never seen this movie. Tell us about it, Snow.
This is Miss Cat's movie.
Well, he has 30 days to spend 30 million, but can't have nothing to show for it. And
if he
does, he gets 300 million. And John Candy, Richard Pryor,
the minor league baseball players. It's a good
there
movie.
you go. Yeah. He like redoes
And
team.
the story is he can't tell anybody why he's blowing this 30 million. He has a financial advisor that they're after him constantly, like, you're gonna be broke, you're gonna be broke. They don't understand that that's what he's trying to do. You gotta watch it. It's a great movie.
Hidden gem.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love this movie. I totally forgot about this one actually. I probably saw this. I've got to have seen this like 30 times. It used to be on all the time, and I feel like this must have been what, late 80s, I guess, or something. I don't know. I remember seeing it like a lot in the 90s. I feel like I love this movie though. And those two together were really funny.
Yeah. Richard Pryor is awesome for sure. I didn't remember the baseball scene though. He bought
the team, right? Yeah, didn't he buy the team and then he just played on it.
It's awesome. Yeah, they're hysterical. I mean, some of the best comedians of all time, and that teaming up for that one for sure.
That's cool. Yeah, I need to check this one out. I never saw this one.
Oh, I definitely recommend that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right on. Well, I guess we're going straight to number one, guys. My number one is The Sandlot. What a movie, dude. Another one of these just coming of age. I just watched it literally before the stream just so I could be refreshed on it. So many great moments. Story is a new kid moves to a town. He's just kind of a shut in. He's a real science geek. And his mom's like, I want you to get out and get into some trouble this summer. Get dirt on your knees and go make some friends and do something. And luckily, Benny the Jet Rodriguez keeps spotting him. And he's like, hey, I'm going to throw this kid a bone. And just takes him in under his wing and becomes just like the coolest. He's just the coolest character. And so many great moments in this movie, man. So the kid winds up, Benny the Jet gives him a brand new glove or a glove and a cooler hat, because the kid shows up in tucked in khaki shorts and his grandma's hat and stuff like that. And the kid's mitt, and Benny hooks him up. And then just teaches them some stuff, just teaches them how to play, man, and he's a nice kid. And everybody finally comes around, and everybody, of course, giving him a hard time at the beginning, but they finally let him into the inner circle. And just so many little things from the kid who his dad passed away is dealing with the new stepdad. So learning from that relationship, which was, what was his name? He was in, what was that? Fire. Yeah, Dennis Leary. Thank you. Yeah, he is a stepdad. Just so he's got all that going on in his life, all at the same time, trying to make friends and trying to learn baseball. And then you got all the other kids got their own little thing going on. You got Squints, who's in love with Wendy Peppercorn. So many different cool, just little things, because they're like, it's too hot. Let's go to the pool. So that's where you get to the segment of you switch from baseball to just boys being boys, where the kid fakes, he jumps into the deep end. He jumps into the deep end and pretends to drown just so the girl can give him mouth to mouth, and he winds up kissing her. And of course they get banned forever. And then they say at the end that he wound up marrying her and having like 6 kids or something like that. And then of course the kid, Smalls, doesn't know anything about baseball, winds up taking his stepdad's Babe Ruth signed baseball and, knocks it over the fence where the beast lives. And then there's that classic runaway scene, chase scene that Snow has. Those, what are they called?
Yeah, flyers.
Yeah, flyers.
Those and just runs all over town getting chased by the beast. And that little kid's like, look, mommy doggy. And he's like, ooh, big doggy. That's one of my favorite parts. That's one of my favorite parts, man. He's like, ooh, big doggy. And anyways, long story short, the poor dog gets the fence falling on him. And then the boys are like, here, let's just help him out. He's a dog. Let's help him out. So then, of course, the dog winds up loving them. And they go knock on the door. And it's James Earl Jones. And none other than the legend himself, who apparently was a baseball player who played for the Yankees, and trades the kid that sloppy old ball for a fully team signed baseball, and says, you know what, you kids can have it as long as y'all come here and talk baseball with me once a week. And they all live happily ever after. And Smalls goes on to be an announcer over some baseball, Major League Baseball, and then Benny the Jet Rodriguez went on to play Major League Baseball. And everybody lives happily ever after. End scene. There you go. Next, Keith, give us what you got.
Yeah, I like the premise at the beginning where the one kid befriends the other kid who, often that kid would have been bullied in that circumstance, right? But he befriends him, took him under his wing. Very similar to what I did with this gentleman down below when we were younger.
I knew he was going to go that route.
I took him under my wing and showed him the ways of the world. So yeah, great. I mean, I don't love this movie as much as some, just because I was a little older when it came out, and I wasn't a young kid when it came out. So I can understand why everyone else adores it. Great movie though, and a great lot going for it for sure.
Yeah, definitely show your kids.
Yeah. My son's already seen this movie for sure.
Nice.
Andy. Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel the same boat as Keith. It's probably a little after where it would have been like hit hardest for me, but yeah, I've definitely seen it a bunch, and yeah, I mean it's got that sort of Americana view and stuff, and it does remind me a little bit of like, I didn't have the Sandlot type of thing, but like growing up in your neighborhood and playing baseball and pickup games and all that stuff. So it does bring back some memories in terms of that. So yeah, it was good. It's probably not a movie that was sort of a little after my time, or a little after my time.
You know, it has a little bit of a totally unrelated movie, but a little bit of a Stand By Me vibe.
Yeah,
the kids sort of bond together as a group like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's also it's like that time frame too, right? It's
yeah.
like the 50s or something like that, and that even like Bronx Tale, like it's got all that similar vibe of like I think we used to play stickball, that type of thing, like all that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it does bring back some memories for sure. Mm-hmm. Not that we were born in the 50s, but.
But they still did a great job at as a period piece. They nailed if you go back and just, that's the stuff I look for, is like they're at the drugstore. You know what I mean? They didn't call them supermarkets back, on the things. It's just a drugstore, that kind of stuff. Yep. They smoke cigars. No, they did chewing tobacco. Big Chief chewing tobacco, and then they got on the roller coasters and started puking. Classic, dude. Classic stuff. Of course, I know Snow and Miss Cat love this movie, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But a little bit of a dark twist. One of them guys actually got really into the 60s and disappeared. It's not that perfect happy ending. Painted there for a minute.
Yeah, I felt like the end was a little sad, right? Where they never saw each other again. They all went their separate ways. They sort of, yeah.
I mean, that was me, dude. I mean, I had left my small town and I never saw anybody again. I still haven't seen anybody till this day. Anybody I grew up with, still to this day, dude. So, I mean, yeah, no, I totally get it. But to me, I related to that, like, oh, people grow up, they move out because you got the small town. I grew up in a very small town, and then I moved to the big city of Austin, Texas, where everybody's cultured and everybody, you just meet so many new people and so many different walks of life, where it just kind of opens your mind and just, you just learn so much about, oh, wow, okay, we're this going on out here. And then you just kind of, I moved on and was like, I did go back one time to my hometown, and I ran into a bunch of people I went to school with, and they all thought I grew up to be some big rock star. It was hilarious because I never went back, right? I hadn't been back in 20 years, and I go back, and it was like this little mini class reunion, and everybody said, hey, I heard you're some big Christian rock star out in the big city. I go, Nope, man, just working stiff, dude. Just just living, wife and kids, kind of just living in the suburbs, Oh, well, that's cool, man. It's just funny, the perspective of everybody. And then seeing some of the people that I went to school with, they got married. Those people that wound up together. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a fun experience. It was a time warp for sure, man. No doubt. No doubt. Good stuff. Okay. That was a good twist, though. I'm glad you brought that up, Snow. Who else is up on the next number one? The Natural.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. This is probably a top 5 movie for me all time. Like, and not just baseball movie. Like, I'm not a lot of baseball movies I think I like as actual movies, but this is definitely one of my favorites. But yeah, I mean, the story behind this, obviously, it's not. So this is not. It's almost loosely based on some characters. So there's characters, like there's a character named the Whammer that's based off of Babe Ruth, and so there's like loose kind of stuff that's based off of real players and things like that. But the story is which one? The Natural. Oh, forget it. I'll fight you on that one. Natural's amazing. Yeah, I will agree that Robert Redford, when he's supposed to be 19 years old, does not look like looks like he's 50. But the story behind that is like he grows up. He's this like kind of phenomenal baseball player. He's going on the road and he meets the Whammer, aka Babe Ruth, and like strikes him out on 3 pitches and stuff. And eventually, basically, what happens is this woman who, there's a lot of it's not like literal stuff, but I think there's a lot of symbolism in this movie. So this woman is comes in and basically shoots him because he tells her that he's going to be the best baseball player of all time. So he gets shot in the stomach and kind of goes off the grid for, I don't know how many, it was like 19 years or something like that.
Whoa, that's dark, dude. I've never seen this movie. I tried looking for it. I couldn't find it streaming anywhere. That's dark.
Oh, really? Oh, it's got I think it had multiple it's a good movie. I would highly recommend it.
Did she shoot him? Did she shoot him, Glenn Close?
No, it's not Glenn Close. It's a different woman.
Okay.
Again, there's like some symbolism to it. Like we're not even sure that Glenn Close, like, that's a real woman. But
yeah, man, a few seconds ago, I thought you were already outside.
Oh.
Sorry,
Andy. I think that was loosely based on a Phillies player, Eddie Watkins.
Okay, could be.
He was shot and I think he was murdered by like a woman in a similar circumstance. So I think that was like, I don't think they said that, but that's who he was based on.
So long story, yeah. And there's also like there's stuff prior to it, like he create some of this stuff. You have to watch it. It means more in the movie, but he makes his own bat. There's some cool stuff to it. So eventually he kind of comes back after, and he's like in his mid 30s, I think, at this point, and kind of joins this, the New York Knights, I think is what they were, which is kind of a fake professional team. It was not playing. But
I understood that reference, Troy.
I did too, actually. How did you say? I'm not going to be ignored. Is that what she says? Is that the different movie? Anyway, so he comes back. He plays for this team. He's still a phenomenal baseball player. He's incredible. His first time back, he's like he's taking batting practice and he's hitting every single one of them. Everyone's a home run. He his first game, he knocks the cover off of the baseball and wins the game. All this stuff. So it's a little like fantasy-ish, I would say. There's elements to that of magic, but eventually at the end, it's a similar story, actually. I think, right? like they're trying to sell the team. They're always trying to sell the team in all these movies. So he comes back and there's a lot more to it, but the big scene that everybody knows, I think, is he hits a home run and blows through the lights, and like the lights break and all the shock. Yeah. You've probably seen that part before. It's one of the best, I think, soundtracks. Like it's one of the most iconic. Even if you don't watch the movie, you should watch that scene because it's insane.
Nice.
Yeah, and there's probably more slow-mo that I can remember in any other movie. There's like all of the baseball scenes have a slow-mo aspect to them, but it's based on a
realistic action in the slow-mo, right?
Yeah, right. Well, I will say he can, for a lefty, he had a nice swing. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I love the movie though. It's one of my favorites.
That's cool. Anybody else like this movie?
I liked it. I liked it back then. I always thought the bat was somewhat hokey.
Yeah,
like he had a bat with like a lightning bolt carved in it because it was like somebody in the John in the chat said it was like a magic bat because a lightning struck the tree and he made the bat out of that tree. But
wow,
I think it could have gone better without the magic bat. But still,
Probably.
yeah, I agree with the ball hitting the lights and the sparks flying. That was a pretty cool scene.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, that's cool. Snow, did you ever see this one?
No.
I haven't either. But I think everybody here missed the biggest. Hold on. Oh, okay. This sounds familiar now. The Simpsons Homer at Bat episode was a parody of. Okay, I think it's coming back to me a little bit. I'm picturing Homer at Bat, but I think everybody missed the biggest picture on this movie here. Is that we swapped heads.
No, I did notice Andy is the manager. Yeah, that's
just kidding.
Part.
I was trying to skip over that part.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's the only thing I could talk about because I haven't seen this movie. So, so who's next? Field of Dreams. Bro, go for it, Keith.
All right, yeah, this is probably one of my favorite movies of all time, sports or non-sport. I mean, I love when things are like a little bit of supernatural aspects to it, and you had Kevin Costner hearing voices, right, like whispering in the cornfields. If you build it, he will come, and he sort of goes on a mission to figure out what this means. I don't know. I forget exactly how it was sort of a vague thing how we came up with finding James Earl Jones, who was also in one of the other movies named, but who played Terrence Mann, like an author who was a huge baseball fan, was disillusioned about baseball. And he goes on a path and ends up coming back, bringing a young, it's sort of complicated, but there was a doctor who had died, and they sort of I guess it was a little bit of time traveling, right? Where they found him when he was a young man trying to find a ball field to play on, and they brought him back to the ball field. And that's when all the players, all the Black Sox were there. Shoeless Joe Jackson, who was Ray Liotta, right? I think in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And just a pretty cool, I mean, I like that sort of research aspect of it, where he's trying to figure out, like, what does this mean? Why am I being taunted by this voice? And not a whole lot of baseball action scenes, but more leading up to the crescendo of like him figuring out what was supposed to happen.
And that his dad was he got to play catch with his dad, right?
Yeah, the end of it.
Nothing more heartwarming than that.
Yeah, I left out the best part, I guess, right? Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let Snow talk before I say anything.
I kind of figured Keith would go this route because it's that cliche.
I knew it was gonna like my pick. I could tell.
But what I can say is it does tie into mine, my number one, because the brother-in-law in this movie, who's trying to talk Kevin Costner out of building this field the whole time, actually stars in my number one.
Oh yeah, he sure does. Yeah.
I know that guy is. I'm trying to think what movie he was in.
But we can always count on Keith to be cliche. So
I don't know. I think The Natural is more cliche than Field of Dreams, but we could disagree on that one.
No, it was.
Okay, I'm about to rip this one apart. So as a kid, I remember watching it, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." I mean, as a kid, all I understood was the concept, right, of what was going on in the movie. So I watched this last weekend with my wife. We watched 30 minutes and turned it off. And I'll tell you why. So when I was building this slide here, the first thing I always thought this was awkward. Why is Kevin Costner standing in that pose on the cover?
I agree. Yeah.
I was always thinking that's kind of a dainty pose there. And then as I rewatched it last weekend, it's perfect for his character, because his character says, "Oh yeah, I was a young man in the 60s. And so, I went to a bunch of, what are they called? protests and stuff like that and that kind of stuff. And so it made perfect sense. And I noticed I've known nothing but Kevin Costner from his ballsy movies. You know what I mean? Where he's just like a tough guy. You
like
know,
Waterworld.
I never saw Waterworld, dude.
I like Waterworld. Waterworld gets a bad rap, but I like Waterworld.
I never saw it. But right out of the gate, Kevin Costner was a weenie in this movie. He was just so, oh, hey, you're so soft-spoken the whole movie. And I'm going, where's the ballsy Kevin Costner that I know, man? Because I just, the like night before, I think I watched the Bull Durham. And I was like, even in that one, he was like kind of just like cool, manly baseball sports dude. So okay, that was the first thing. I was like, this is not the Kevin Costner I know, but it makes sense for the character. Okay, I will say that. Okay, second, he hears his voice right out of the gate in the cornfield. If you build it, they will come. And then the wife's like, I ain't hearing nothing, honey. And so finally, she just goes, well, maybe you should build a baseball field. And so he builds a baseball field for the hell of it, whatever, because he sees it, right? He has the vision. And then, and the whole movie just like flows with it. Just like you said, you know, James Earl Jones, like it's very vague how he came to know him. It just kind of appears, right? Yeah. All those little things as far as a movie aspect, because this was a book based off of a book. And so they adapted it to screen. And so I'll never forget it. This is right where we turned it off, right after. So, because I'm not meaning to harp on it that bad, but I'm just saying this is why we turned it off, because we just couldn't sit through any more of it. So he's sitting there arguing with his wife about something about finances. And like, we're going to have to get rid of the field, blah, blah, blah. And the little girl's like, Daddy. He's like, just a minute, honey. You know, and finally she goes, there's a man standing in the field. And he looks out there and the wife, and they're just like, there's this random stranger sitting out in the field. And the wife just goes, I'll put on some coffee, honey. You go on out. You know, just like, no big deal. There's some weird dude standing in the middle of your field. I'm going to go make you some coffee. You go out there and play with your ghost friend. You know, like.
This movie could have gone a different route where he was actually like, you know, had some mental health issues or something, and it's seeing people. Yeah. I don't know, but he went down a different path. So,
but you know, to tie back in, to give it some promise, I will say, again, he was a person of the 60s. So I tried to put that aspect into it. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, now this makes sense now. So, but after, you know, and then Ray Liotta, it was just weird because it was like everybody just knew each other right out of the gate. You know what I mean? They're just like, hey, all right, can you hit? Can you hit a bat? You know, well, let's just play. You know why we're all here. You know what? Like, there was no explanation needed. They just like, hey, you're a ghost. I'm cool with it. Let's play some baseball. You know, I mean, it was just crazy, just like so, I don't know, straightforward. You know, it was, I don't know, it's so out of the ordinary by today's standards. You know what I mean? There was no like character building lead up to it. There was no like, well, are you from heaven or anything like that? You know, there's none of that kind of stuff. It was just like, yeah, we're here to play ball. We've been sitting in your cornfield for quite a while, but
I agree with you. I wonder if, I've never read the book, but I wonder if the book makes it more seamless. Some of those connections where like,
most likely.
Yeah. But I agree. Somewhat it's like, it makes some leaps that you just have to accept in the storyline.
But I tell you what, I will go finish it on my own. I couldn't finish it with my wife because she's like, can we turn this crap off? So yeah, fine. That's fine. But I will go watch it again, finish it up because I got to get to the end because I remember seeing that little clip, but I've never seen it as a grown-up from that real life perspective. So I said the name.
There we
go. But I will give it a shot. Man. And I had to harp on it for a second.
No, that's right. I've been trying to get my son to watch this with me for a long time, and that hasn't happened yet. I'll keep annoying him. I'm pretty good at annoying, right, Andy? I can be pretty
100%.
Can pester pretty good.
How old is your son?
He'll be 16 this month.
Nice. Oh, that's a good age for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. I love how people nitpick and say the Ghost of Shoeless Joe batted right, whereas he batted left in real life. Nerd. Just kidding. I don't know, man. I don't know sports. Timothy Busfield the actor from Field of Dreams and Little Big League. Huh? Who is Timothy Busfield?
I don't know what Little Big League is either. Never heard of that.
I don't know. Maybe it'll come up in the stream. I don't know. You just never know.
Yeah.
You just never know. You never know what might happen. But I don't know. I can't answer that, John. But I was totally joking with you. Please don't get offended. Please. I apologize. I apologize, John. How about that? Okay. Well, we know everybody's thoughts on this one. I've harped on it enough. Let's go to Team Resale. How about that? We're going with Little Big League. I don't tell them, Snow.
I do know it now that I see it. Yeah.
And what I love about it is they actually bring real baseball players in to play the roles. And, Andy might like that. Yeah. They got
some real talent.
Mickey Tettleton, Randy Johnson, a lot of the big names from that era were in this movie. And it's a feel-good movie, but at the end, it also shows that it's not always that happy ending, because I'm going to spoil it for you right now. They don't win. So, but
yeah,
great movie. And Timothy Busfield, if you don't know him, he's also from a little Stephen King gem called Trucks. You might want to check that out.
So what's the movie about?
So this little boy here, his grandfather owns the Minnesota Twins, and he sits and does trivia with him all the time, and he's teaching this little boy about baseball constantly. And when the grandfather dies, he leaves the team to this boy. Well, this coach for this team is he's a real pain in the ass. So the kid's like, well, I know more about baseball than any of these coaches here. Let me run the team. And, you'll see what happens.
I don't want, just like Reading Rainbow, I don't want to spoil the ending, but you want to check it out. But yeah, here is, just like you called it, Snow, here's the brother-in-law right there.
All right. Yeah.
He's the hero of the movie.
Oh, okay.
So to speak.
No spoilers, though. So I remember watching this as a kid. I don't remember it, though. I remember the premise of, a kid gets to run a Major League Baseball team. But yeah, I should go back and watch this and maybe find it for my kids, and we can kick it.
You guys ever Wizard, right?
I love Wizard.
Okay, well, the little boy who plays in the Wizard plays the kid.
You're right. That's him. California. Look, that's him. I never put that together. Look at that. Wow. Good pull, Snow. Okay, now I got to watch it. I didn't know that kid came out in anything else. How about that? Good for him. Good for him getting a little bit.
What's the Wizard? I'm not familiar. Is that a pinball movie? What is that?
What?
Oh man, I'm really
okay. Hang on a second. So guys, we got to tell you.
I knew that was coming.
The Wizard is a late '80s movie starring the amazing Fred Savage and this little kid, and it was basically a Nintendo commercial where his little. I mean, if you go, it's a really great. It's actually, it was a fun-filled movie, but it was kind of dark, bro. It was a very dark story if you break it down. It's just about a little kid who he doesn't really talk a lot, and he's like, "Oh, California." All he says is California. He wants to go to California, and one day his little stepbrother, Fred Savage, says, "You know what? We're gonna run away and we're gonna go to California." And they stop at this little train stop, and they're like, "We don't have enough money to get the bus ticket or whatever." And there's a little game of Double Dragon, and he's like, "Wow, you got 50,000 on Double Dragon?" Anyway, so they wind up kind of haggling their way all the way by like betting people and stuff like that for, I don't know, to get to California. All in the meantime, you got like this guy who's trying to, the dad, Bo Bridges, not Jeff Bridges, but his brother Bo, and Christian Slater, a young Christian Slater, his Fred Savage's older brother. They're on the road trying to find them both, and it's really cool, man. It's basically just a big Nintendo commercial, and they wind up going to OG Universal Studios in California, where they had like, you see the OG King Kong and stuff like that, and I don't want to spoil the ending, but it's a great movie. You got to check it out, man. I'll stop it from there. Right? Anything else you want to tell them to know about it?
No, that's it. Just check out Little Big League. You'll love it. There's some good actors in that. Other than Timothy Busfield, you got John Ashton. He played in Beverly Hills Cop. one of Eddie Murphy's partners in that movie. And then you got this other guy, Bowers. He's a pitcher. He's always playing practical jokes. So you got your comic relief. You got everything in there you want to see. It's great.
There you go, guys. There you go. Honorable mentions. 42, 8 Men Out, Bench Warmers, Mr. 3000, 61, Rookie of the Year, Trouble with the Curve, The Rookie, Mr. Baseball, and Hardball. So there you go. I mean, I'm glad one of you guys, I think it was Keith, did you throw out Bench Warmers?
I did, but I will say, I mean, there's like 3 great comedic actors, but this is probably their worst movie for all of them they've ever made, right? I mean,
no doubt. But this was like, I think Rob Schneider's first leading role, I think, right? One of his first leading roles before he got to do like the Hot Chick. If you haven't seen the Hot Chick, that's hilarious. That's a really funny movie. But yeah, the Benchwarmers was great. I again, John Lovitz killed it. I think John Lovitz, he's like, if you've never seen, everybody here seen Benchwarmers or something.
Yeah.
Yes. Had all the fun toys with like the robot butler and hey, I bought Knight Rider, He goes, I'm one of those nerds that grew up to make billions. That's kind of his thing, Yeah. Did you ever see Benchwarmers, Snow?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I got the shoes right here that David Spade was wearing in that movie.
No way. I wasn't even paying attention. Is that what he was wearing?
Yeah.
What? Those are nice, man. Hold on. Okay. One more time. Say it again.
These are the shoes that David Spade was wearing in Benchwarmers. These are Nike Air Force 2s.
That's awesome.
Those are cool. Very cool. I'll cut that out later, man. I'll make a little short out of it. There you go. Yeah, these were the only other baseball movies I could really find that came off the top of my head. Yeah. Rookie of the Year is great. Float it. I never saw 42. I was trying to get to see 8 Men Out. What's 8 Men Out about?
It's the Black Sox scandal with Shoeless Joe Jackson and Buck Weaver. Basically they were paid off by gamblers to throw the World Series. A true story. And a lot of 8 of them were like never let back into baseball again, including Shoeless Joe. So I haven't seen it for a long time, but it was a good movie back then when I saw it back then.
Good lineup, Troy.
Definitely. No, yeah, it was. I mean, Scott, you're a Cusack fan, right, Keith?
Yeah, John Cusack has never been in a bad movie, for sure. Yeah.
What's your favorite John Cusack movie?
Easily number one for me is Being John Malkovich. Anyone like Being John Malkovich?
No, he's never seen Pushing 10, which I think is
I've never seen Pushing 10,
which I think is one of Cusack's best movies.
You mean you guys never saw One Crazy Summer?
No, I've seen that. He's great in a Hot Tub Time Machine too.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I never saw Pushing 10 or the other one that you talked about. She said Being John Malkovich.
Oh, you got to see that. It's a trippy movie, man. It's great.
You should see how many posters of John Cusack Keith has up in his bedroom.
No, I do not.
I couldn't think of a comeback for you, Keith. Sorry, man. I was trying to think of something what I could say to Andy, but nothing.
That's right.
I need to check that. I wouldn't mind checking that out just because it's got a great cast in it.
Yeah.
I recognize all these. Yeah. I recognize this dude. He was kind of an underrated actor. He just has a very unique look. Of course, John Cusack. And then what else have I seen this guy in? What is he in?
I mean, D.B. Sweeney is the guy. What is he in? The guy he's playing Shoeless Joe.
Oh, is that who he's playing?
Yeah, but I don't know what else he was in, but he's definitely a big actor.
He's definitely like one of those actors in I don't know when this was, 80s, 90s, late 80s?
This is like late 80s. Yeah, I think, yeah.
He's in a bunch of stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
War Incorporated. I never saw that one.
I would recommend you do it, yeah. Like somebody said in chat, I would definitely recommend doing getting a little bit of research on it, like sort of understanding the story a little bit, because it can be, I don't think it's unless you understand kind of some of the background. I don't remember if they kind of explain it that well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Back in the day, Dollar Bins, Walmart. Yep. I remember those. I remember Dollar Bin Walmart. Okay. So in honor of the Pastime Pastime what is it? Picks?
Pastime Picks Podcast.
Excuse me.
Three
Excuse me.
Ps.
I couldn't tell you how many.
No worries. I
Forgive
can
me.
never say it. I
Easy
never
for
say
you
that
to
well
say,
either.
right?
Yeah.
You should see how many
Pastime-
times it takes Keith to say it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay. And here, I'm going to cheat. Let's rewind that. In I'm trying to make a joke here. In memory of in honor of I took some more inspiration from you guys, and I made a who made the best picks
all right
thing here for everybody.
I have a feeling I'm gonna get beaten up here. I feel like.
So I'll be sure to post this, later on or whenever, probably tomorrow at some point. But yeah, man, everybody got what a great lineup. When you just look at this as a whole, I mean, just great. What a great baseball movies. All great selections, everybody.
Definitely.
Not a bad one on the list, man.
No, they're all great. I know Snow's voting for me though, like always.
Well, I gotta say, my number one. I think I'm voting for Snow just for basketball alone.
It's crazy. Kind of annoyed that I didn't pick that.
I gotta go back and watch that. It's been years. I mean,
my
that is a
gosh.
great one though.
I think I bet it still holds up too, because it's just like goofy, not like toilet humor, which maybe some of it is, but just like just ridiculous humor.
It's one of those movies that it's like what's another old school movie? Anything Mel Brooks, you know what I mean? Like it's that's how iconic it is, but for a more vulgar modern age movie.
Yeah.
Well, he did Squeak. I think that he did a movie called like Orgasmo or something. Isn't that?
Trey did
okay. He
Trey
was in
did.
it though.
Was he? I don't remember. Oh yeah, he was a sidekick, I think. Yeah, Orgasmo.
Orgasmo. What is that about?
So they're Mormon. He's a Mormon who winds up becoming a porn star.
Oh wow, interesting.
Yeah, it's terrible. I gotta be honest. I never saw it. My brother had it on VHS, and he was like, "Oh, this is hilarious. You gotta watch this." Yeah. So it's because you know how antichrist these guys are. They're just like anything so ugly and just anything they can push the envelope with, they will. Yeah. So a Mormon turning into a adult film star, that's not far off from them, right? So there you go. Oh, hey, look, I didn't even notice you dropped out. Sorry.
Lucy was having some video problems down there, or audio. I'm not sure.
Audio.
Okay.
So I don't know where you dropped out from. I was over here looking at this screen, but I made a who made the best picks. Okay, cool. Yeah, so there you go, guys. Hey, look, it's Rushmore. Make sure you get.
How's it going, man?
Hey, yeah, top 4 ranking podcast. Your top 4 and nothing more. Both Keith and I recently guested on their podcast. Make sure you check them out. What nights do they do it on? It's Thursday nights. I think it's Thursday nights, right, Rushmore? Go check those guys out. Really nice fellas, really good people. Had a great time. I'm going to get them on here. We're going to be talking about some Nickelodeon. Let's talk about some Nickelodeon. Talk about Nickelodeon stuff when they come on. So love you guys. Thanks, Rushmore. Appreciate the support, brother. Type real in the chat, Rushmore, to promote your it's Fridays. Oh, it's Fridays. But I think they had me on a Thursday. So that's why I'm confused. So how about that? So what did he say? Better movie, basketball or Team America? Oof.
I know I know baseball's good, but I might lean towards Team America just because the soundtrack on that is incredible.
The soundtrack is incredible. He says, "America."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Just like that. You type it in Thursdays when we can't do a Friday. How about that? There you go. That makes sense. Please check out the Rushmore Show. There you go. But yeah, I'm glad we could all come together tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you guys for hanging out. Snow, surprise guest, Miss Cat. Thank you guys for coming on. And thank you, Snow, for bringing us all together, man. So
absolutely, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't this great? Did you have a good time, Snow?
Oh, yeah. We had a blast.
Cool, man. Cool. Andy, what'd you think?
Yeah, great time. It's fun to always hear what people's different perspective is like. Because I thought I was like, there's nobody. Everybody's going to have the natural number one, but it's fun to hear that nobody even thinks it's a good movie.
Well, there's different ages too.
Yeah,
Right?
I know.
That plays a role.
Exactly. Generations, man. I mean, because all three of us, all four of us are completely all different ages, man.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. And I love the different perspectives of everybody. It's so good. It's so good. Variety is the spice of life. So a wise man once said, guys.
Sure.
So how about that? If you like baseball movies, we did this episode. I know you did this episode because when I was trying to come up with a topic for Rushmore, he goes, yeah, we did that one. Yeah, we did that one. Yeah, we did that one. Because he's had like over 119 episodes, probably 120 after tonight. So yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. You've done who was the best catchers and what's their best mitts, as many as you've done, buddy. You guys got it going on, rocking it over there on the Rushmore show. The Natural is my mountain freaking amazing movie. There you go. Oh yeah, it's a mountain. There you go. See, you got fans. 61. 61. Thomas, I forget his name. Thomas Jane, I think, is the guy who plays in that movie. And Barry Pepper. Beautiful, guys. Okay, I'm going to let us go. If you guys want to hang out, I'll debrief with you for a second. But, hey, real life crew, real life perspective show tonight. We did our favorite baseball movies. Thanks for joining us. I don't really have anything lined up. But before we go, though, Snow, tell us where everybody can find you and what you got coming up.
You put me on the spot here. You can find me at Team Resale 101 on YouTube and Team Resale _ on Instagram, Team Resale on TikTok. We got some good stuff coming up. We had some townwide rummage sales the last 2 days. Me and Miss Cat did, and we found some really cool stuff. What are you talking about, babe?
The series.
What series? Well, yeah, we're talking about maybe doing a one of these challenge series is coming up here probably this November or so. So, yeah, we got some exciting things coming up on our channel. Make sure you check it out. And then get over and check out Keith at Vintage Sports Flips because he's always finding cool stuff, too.
Who?
Keith.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, man.
Hello.
Yeah.
Speaking of Keith, tell him where you at and what you got going on.
Yeah, guys, you can check me out. I have a video coming out every Saturday, 1:00. I just scheduled my one for tomorrow. Bought some sports cars, memorabilia. And by the way, I did buy these in my last video. I'm gonna send them to you, Sean, in real life. But I did put them on before the show. But man, my eyes are bugging out. I don't know how you do that.
I can't see nothing anymore. Yeah, they're
it's like I couldn't even wear them, but they'll go in the mail to you. But yeah, and check us out too. Me and Andy, we do a podcast every Wednesday night, 8 p.m., a live podcast. We have a giveaway every week. We draft a sports or non-sports topic. Fun time.
And the name of that podcast is?
There you go.
I tell you, he's pretty quick with the clicking. We got to work on that.
Yeah, we're not as good as him for sure. Yeah, I'm like struggling on the list. Like, yeah, we don't have the flow down yet.
And what's the name of your? And the name of your YouTube is?
By the way,
is it as well.
That avatar is. I feel like it's giving you. I mean, you've kind of upselled yourself on the avatar there.
No, I think that's pretty accurate. It's accurate. That's accurate.
Great job, Keith. Great job, man.
Yeah,
and I wanted to ask you, where did you? So I saw the video. I saw the comment from Snow on those glasses. What kind of glass? I heard the guy saying in the video. What are they? Do you remember?
He called them like a 1950s pair of like just 3D. What does it say? Like 3D video. So I don't think they probably aren't 50s. I think that's what the guy said. But I'll try to do a little research on them before I mail them to you. There's no makers mark. Yeah, they're cool.
Put them on. Just for the shot. Just for the shot.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, let me try to get them under my. Hold on, I got a lot going on with the earphones. Hold on a second.
Here. I got you. Hold on. Okay. Oh, it's just me. I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. I'm gonna give him a second to Get ready here. I'm pulling backstage
for the big reveal.
Yeah, the big. Andy said the big reveal. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there he is.
Yeah, all right.
Let's see. Hold on. There you go.
Yeah, look, yeah. I couldn't last all 2.5 hours with these on, man. These are bugging me out, but yeah,
you get used to it. Hold on. I just got to pull up just me and you for a second. Hey, oh, you're not Keith, are you? Hold on. There you are.
Yeah.
Hey, we're the. I got nothing. I was gonna say something super lame, like we're the 3D brothers.
Oh man,
those look great on you, man. Those look great.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Pretty cool,
man.
You can see why I rock them.
Appreciate the shout out, dude. Thanks for thinking of me, man. That's very kind. That's very nice.
No problem.
That's awesome. And Andy, what do you got coming up?
Well, I'm just hanging out with this guy most of the time. So, but yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, where are you hanging out with him? Okay, I'm done. I'm done with that.
I think we've hit our quota of forced
plugs.
Plugs, yeah.
I got you, brother.
But yeah, no, I have just the eBay shop, kingofpennants.com or not .com, King of Pennants on eBay. So I can help you with any of your pennant needs if you ever need anything. So that's all I got going on.
You probably talk about our podcast is on my channel, Vintage Sport Flips, but we do have a Pastime Picks Podcast YouTube channel as well. We do some live streams over there where we open up some like modern sports cards. So check us out over there as well.
Oh, I had no idea. I mean, you probably said it and I just didn't put 2 and 2 together. I need to go. I'll go check those out.
In case we go live right after the podcast, I'll send it to you. Yeah. Same name. It's just the same. We put the podcast over there in like our pre-recorded format, but then we do some lives over there as well.
Nice. Just trying to get used to wearing those glasses.
Yeah, but I'm not going to get used to it.
Hey, speaking of pennants, I got those 2 you guys hanging up. Hold on.
Awesome.
Nice.
I know. I showed the pictures on.
Yeah, you did tag us on
Instagram.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, there's those over there. So I'm from Texas, and you guys were the first people because I wanted to give you guys some support. I spotted this San Antonio Zoo, and it's from like the 60s, something like that.
Yeah,
I think or maybe even earlier. Yeah,
super cool, man. Super cool. You can't really see. I'm not doing it.
We could see
you know what? Yeah, you can see it. Yeah. And then the other one was Dallas Six Flags. I grew up with Six Flags, man. So Six Flags was my jam. That's a vintage one as well from the 60s. And then on your giveaway, I actually won that Braves pinning over there.
Very cool.
So I got that right over there. So I got you guys all up in my backdrop there, man. So
yeah, thank you.
Shout out. Pastime Picks guys podcast and King of Pennants, Vintage Sports Flips, at Team Resell, the multiple trifecta of thrifting and sports flips or picking. I tried to come up with something. Yeah. It didn't work. But hey, thank you. Seriously, guys, thank you so much for coming on tonight. And thank you, Real Life Crew, for hanging out with us. So let's get out of here, guys. Let's end the show. And I don't know. Give us, I don't know, we need something fun. What are we going to end the show on? Snow, tell us, give me your favorite, one of your favorite quotes from basketball.
Basketball. Why couldn't you do a league of their own? Damn it!
Do a league of their own. Do a league of their own.
All right. Anybody tell you look like a penis with a little hat on?
Later, guys.